distant planets. Have your faith in the ever after, while each of us holds inside the map to the labyrinth. And heaven's here on earth.
Okay, apparently, what's wrong with my thingy? Where am I? What happened? Why is that not working? There I am. Hello. Hi, everyone. Embrace that person with a tiny bleep. Says, hi, everyone. This is Maureen. What? I hope the sound's coming through. I think it is, yes. Hi. Chitty chitty bang bang. It's a robot or if it's a real person, but if you can hear me okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome to TarotVisions, Maureen. La la la. Embracing. Yes, we're going to embrace either the robot or the person. And next week, I guess we'll have to get some other thing. But I can't get him out of here. We can hear you. Hi. Okay. Well, I want to say hi to everyone, especially the person I'm going to embrace and kick their ass. Okay. So yeah, it will not. Last week at least we had someone in here with the more vulgar name. But this is Maureen, and you guys are all special. Hi, Doug. Hi, Faith. Hi, I don't know. Maybe there's another individual. Hi, Julie. Hi, Reggie. Hi, Rufus. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Charose. Hi, Siobhan. Happy birthday. Yeah. Hi, Georgia. Georgia. Hi, Eric. Hi, guest. Hi, Chichi Banging. Oh, whatever, you guys. We'll just have to embrace it because I got a good story for you. Georgia, I'm sorry about your mirror. I don't know if I understood that right, but I took a fall before I opened the phone lines. You're gonna have to hear my story. I took a fall. I got an owie here, here, and I really ate it on the street. And my new iPhone, went flying. Eric, I can't do that on this chat here because I can't ban them either. I tried to ban these. I can't ban them. I can give them the evil eye though. I can't do that. So next week we're going to do it. I know last weekend we had somebody in here that was really. Well, wait a minute. I'm not through with my story. So, whatever idiot wants to stay in here, that's fine with me because my story is really good and I'm going to bore them with my story. But anyway, we'll just ignore them. I took a fall after the Thursday night show, and I took a fall like an old person would. Anyway, I really, really did some damage, but I had my new iPhone I talked about, I guess, was a couple of weeks ago, and I kind of fell into the street, and yeah, my story's good, just ignore that person. Well, yeah, Eric, people that aren't in here listening to this live, or they should be in here, I'm talking to people in the chat room. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was 11 o'clock at night. I was just minding my own business, taking a little walk. Yeah, the phone. So the phone, and I fell down, and I hit my knees a mess. In fact, I bruised the bone, and I chipped maybe some, whatever. They gave me Vicodin though. Anyway, the phone. I see the iPhone, and it's like it's like I'm on the ground and like kind of like my knee and this part of me, and I see the iPhone kind of sliding into the street, and I was really hurting. So I kind of crawled. I didn't care if a car was going to hit me or anything. I crawled, grabbed that iPhone, and then I pulled myself up, and I thought, oh my gosh. And you know what was really sad is there were some people on their bikes, a couple people. There was a car, people, and they just ignored me that I had fallen, so I felt real embarrassed. And I thought, well, I'll pull this off, but I was really hurting, so I stood up and I almost passed out. So I stood up, I'm like, whoa. And then is Venus in retrograde? Well, I don't know what it was, or it's old age. But the thing of it is, I I really took the breath out of me, and like I said, I hurt my bad knee that I've had surgery on. I mean, I went full force right on my knee, but but I don't know how I got my arm all down here. It was all messed up, bleeding. So I took a deep breath and I leaned against this pole thing for a minute and I go, oh, I'm going to call a taxi. I was only like 2 blocks. I called our local taxi people. They're really, it's really low key here in this little town. And I called the guy, and of all the nights, he goes, well, our cab's broken down. It's not, I don't know, something. So, okay. And I felt really bad. And I didn't know anybody, I'm not feeling sorry for myself, but I can handle, I'm really tolerant to pain. I'm not a baby. But so I start walking. I couldn't walk. It was pretty pathetic. Anyway, so I went to the emergency room, and it was one of the most pleasurable experiences I've ever had in an emergency room before in my life. I mean, I tell you, no lie, it was very nice. In fact, it was really clean. It was beautiful, and it was like nobody really in there. And so I brought this book that my daughter gave me, The Wise Heart, and it's really good. It's the guide of the universal teaching of Buddhist psychology. It's a very good book, I might add. So I was in there for a few hours, and it was very nice. And they asked me if I wanted to pay medication. I said no, thank you very much. So they gave me a script of Vicodin, and some other stuff. But there was something I wanted to maybe read to our special Chitty Chitty Bang Bang friend in here. It goes like this: karma. Okay, karma is something that Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is going to get a whole lot of. So at any rate, that's my story. But my iPhone's okay, and I was really freaked out about that iPhone. There was something I wanted to read, but I guess I'll have to find it later for the. Is it? Eric, is that a robot person in here? Can I have Vicodin if you? I don't like Vicodin, and I didn't take any until just about an hour ago because my whatever, my knees are messed. They told me, did I had crutches? I said, do I have crutches? I said, oh yes, I do, and I don't. I gave them away, but I just been limping around and just not thinking about it. Probably stupid, but anyway, I wanted to tell you guys that Thursday. Hi to anybody else that has not yet entered the room. I know billions of you are coming in. Thursday is I'm anchoring the show at psychicaccesstalkradio.com, and the show is called Psychic Vampires, and we all know who they are. We all have them, and I'm looking forward to this show because I am. And we're going to talk about how to manage them because we can't ignore people that suck all the life out of us. But we will, like right now, Choo Choo Bang Bang, you're not sucking the life out of me. So anyway, I'm praying in Jesus' name for that's good faith, and I as well. I bless their hearts for having a little bit of Baba Boom Baba Bing for us tonight because I like that movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. So anybody that's not listening to this or is listening to this on archive, we have a really cool Chitty Chitty Bang Bang disruptor in the chat room. So we're all just embracing that person and blessing their heart. So anyway, I'm going to open the phone line or the line. And remember that I cannot take 2 calls at one time. So if you see me on a reading, can't get through, it's because I'm talking to somebody else. Okay. And so you see the number at the top. So I'm going to put if anybody would like to talk about anything else, call in or say boo or whatever. That is great too. I'm up for anything. Because I'm feeling no pain. Feeling no pain at all. So There you have it. Georgia, you're in here. Wookie, Georgia. My friend of 40-something years. Georgia, you were mentioning something, I was reading something about, you said something about a mirror breaking. Was that true? Were you kidding? I didn't do it, okay? I had nothing to do with it. Well, there we have our first caller, and guess what? It's Siobhan. It's her birthday. Well, pretty much is. Happy birthday to you. Hi, Siobhan.
Hi, is there a delay?
Well, your birthday's not anymore for you, but it is for me here, isn't it?
Hang on, I'll pause the room on my computer. Okay, hello?
Yeah. Do you have?
Oh, that's strange.
There is a delay. Why? Can you tell?
And thank you so much for that card. It was so lovely.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cute.
You're very good at those cards. Thank you very much.
I love those things.
I'm so sorry about your fall. It sounds
Oh,
horrible.
it was really, I don't know what that was all about, but it was.
Oh,
I mean, it was. It was like, I really ate it. But I was having a rough week too all week. But I know.
and don't be shy with the Vicodin. Just neck it, you know.
They don't agree with me usually, but I did take one about 40 minutes ago. If
I
anybody,
take codidromol. That's brilliant.
well, whatever that is. But Vicodin usually makes me sick. But my knee, I'm in pain, but that's okay. I have to have surgery on the knee, but not now. But anybody that just called in and couldn't get through, it's because, as I said, or maybe they're not in the chat room. But just a minute, Siobhan.
Because I snuck in.
No, it's because when I'm with somebody on the call, I can't integrate. Well, I could, but I can't, only if I wanted to, and we all knew you were coming in. But I can't get their line. Okay, it's somebody that might have called. So, okay, Siobhan.
Maureen, I have news. I don't know if you've ever had news before, which is equally cursed and blessed.
Well, that's a good thing. What is your news?
I'm a little emotional about it, actually. This isn't my question. I'm just telling you. Sinead's pregnant.
No kidding. That's your daughter. Well, let's give her the clap. Well, I think that's okay. That's wonderful. Is she happy?
The thing is, no, she's in a very sort of, this guy she's been seeing, he's Nigerian, and he's got 2 other kids by 2 other women, and he rings her up every now and again, and she's it's not a good situation really.
Okay,
she's just at the end of her teaching.
Okay, isn't she? This is her daughter. We're talking. Well, not to. Well,
yeah, my eldest daughter.
Okay, so isn't she Mariah's age? Is she Mariah's age?
She's 23. How old is Mariah?
Mariah's not even 21 yet. Pretty soon, but
Roisin's 20, the youngest one.
Okay, so she's 23. Well, Grandma. Sorry.
No, I'm Granny. I decided to be Granny.
Oh, you go by Granny? Okay,
honestly, when she told me I was really fine, I was like, okay, and I was sensible. And the next day I was really angry and really upset and crying. And then her granddad, who's funded her education for the last 4 years, he's devastated. Absolutely, he can't even look at her.
Well, I guess he probably wouldn't be too happy, but he'll be great grandma. Well, she's going to be. I mean, she told you, but she's going to have a baby then, right? Is she going to have a baby?
Well, I did. I won't go into all of the conversation I had with her, but the thing is that she's going ahead with it, and we're all going to support her.
Well, that's okay then. It's nice. And you know what? There's always something about something.
I agree with you. It'll just out well in the end.
Yeah.
We're disgusted that she won't be in a relationship. She won't have that support. She'll be on her own.
Well, sometimes that's okay. I mean, I'm all for 2-parent families, absolutely. But I did okay. But I did fantastic, and I went to every field trip, all the cool field trips. I went to I went to all the field trips.
And it paid off, didn't it?
It sure did, honestly. And but I do think it's ideal for 2 parents. Don't get me wrong, but with me, I think it was best.
The role model thing, isn't it?
Well, no, I think it's good to have, of course, 2 people that are functional. But I did fine. I didn't need any person.
No, I know you didn't.
But I think
we'll muck in, and she'll be very well.
Yeah, and I think that's a lovely thing. So that's a nice thing, really. Well, congratulations on that. When did you find out? Was that your birthday present?
Found out Thursday.
Was an early birthday present?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, well, and she she wanted me to tell everybody, so I just kind of told her grandparents on his side, and I emailed my dad because they're in Spain, and my dad emailed back, not saying much, but just sort of, "Hi, Granny to be," and he's really cool about it. And my mum rang up today to wish me a happy birthday, and she was like, "Oh, we do love her, and we just, we wish her the best." So that's nice,
Well, I was talking to Georgia. Georgia, are you still in here? Wookie. Georgia, my friend that we went to
Yeah,
elementary.
I often see you talking to her. Hi,
Yeah,
Georgia.
and Georgia, and I was talking to her just the other night about something about how, well, a lot of our friends are already grandparents. Most of the people, because we get together every year from people that we went to school with. In fact, we're coming up on one in a month, and so that we all went to high school with anyway. And everybody, most people are grandparents. Nor I'm not Georgia yet, but a lot of people. So you're now going to be a grandmother too. So a granny.
December the 11th.
December. Oh, really? That's just well.
Sagittarius.
Well, I think that's nice. I
think, I like Sagittarians.
And well, now is she going to have an Irish accent when she comes out, Joey? Never mind. I know the baby.
What baby? I don't know.
No, I know.
That would be strange.
I know. I'm looking at the speaker like you're right there. I know. Ooh, I forgot my holy water. Okay, I'm gonna put it on, and I'm ready for you, Siobhan, because I'm putting the holy water on.
Well, that's just my news, and it's just.
No, I'm glad you told me about that. I know Mariah is not going to be doing that, but that's.
All famous last words.
No, she absolutely. She's one of the smartest people. No,
and my daughter, the other one, she said, "I can't believe what she's doing to herself."
Well, that's not. Yeah, I know, but maybe it's all meant to be. Like I said, there's a reason.
There's always.
So she's not doing anything to herself. It's actually some souls trying to get through and say, "Hey, I got to come out. Come out somewhere," and I'm picking you as my mom.
Yeah.
So I mean, I kind of look at things that way. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. This is the way I look at things.
What's Wookiee mean, Julie?
What?
What is Wookiee?
Wookiee, Georgia. Georgia comes in. You know what? Remember when people would come into the chat room when you wouldn't have a name?
Julie just called me Wookiee.
Siobhan is Wookiee. Siobhan is Wookiee.
No, Siobhan is Siobhan.
Siobhan. She's all right. She's listening to it.
Siobhan, leave her alone.
Hi to anybody who came in the chat room. Hi.
It's Wookiee Georgia then, yeah?
Georgia, yes. And she's always kept that name as yes.
As her handle.
Yeah. When people used to come into the chat room before and they didn't change their name?
Yeah.
She's kept that name.
And I remember, that thing you did in Facebook where you were saying that song that you recorded.
Oh, Twisted.
That was really cool.
You know what? I'll tell you something.
I can't sing.
I still have it on cassette. We would sing. We had it down pat. It was really great. We'd sing really.
Oh, I guess. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
right.
well, cassette. And it's a hard song to sing, but I thought we were fantastic, Georgia. So, gotcha.
Okay. So, shall I ask a question?
Yes, absolutely.
If I may ask, is that okay?
Yeah. You can ask Siobhan, I would like you to ask. I keep looking at the speaker like you're there. Although my dad's ashes are right. My dad's ashes are right.
Stop it. Don't look at your dad's ashes.
Well, he's gone over here too. Hey, Jack. No. It's only part of his ashes. The rest. Never mind. I mean, I have a sense of humor, but no, it doesn't. But it is part of him. He asked me. Anyway, okay.
Do you know, seriously though, Maureen, I don't think I've ever seen you, not that I know you in person or anything, but I've never seen you angry or even pissed off with anybody. You're always amused or being amused.
Yeah, you know what, Dylan? People always go, "You're such a happy person." I go, "No, you know what? There's a fine line between crying and laughing all the time. I have a sense of humor, and that's a good thing because I can. But no, I can be a. You've heard me be a bitch, pretty. I think.
Not bitch.
Well, I can be one right now.
No, thank you.
No, but you know what? I do. I have a good sense of humor.
Maureen is really tall. What does he mean?
Okay, you know what? When I met Eric, because I met him in person, first thing, oh God, so nice to see you. Boy, you're short. Boy, you're short.
thought you were tall.
I'm sorry, Vinny. I'm not that.
Oh, you're just sitting on
Well,
a high chair.
I'm not like this big, but but Eric, first thing he says, I'm like, you know what, boy. I was laughing. It was funny.
He's giant, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
I'm only, you know what?
Anyway, enough
I'm
about it.
5 foot. I used to be 5'4". Okay, I shrunk a little bit. All right, Eric, what are you telling me? I'm not 4'2". Yeah, I think we are the same height, Georgia. Mo was like 6'3". It's like
Well, like 6'3", but not.
okay, but I wear high heels. Yes, I wear high heels. Not right now. My knees are. Yeah, I know, Charose. I'm ready for it. Your sister is really petite girl. Okay, and I am ready for the birthday girls.
Okay, thank you, Maureen. My question is, I'm sitting here very impatiently waiting to be offered an interview for a job I applied for that I really, really would like, and it's close to my dad. My dad's profoundly deaf now, sadly, but this job is coordinating services for deaf people. That's what the job is.
Really?
Yeah, in education, so people who are deaf going into
I know.
university or for further education. And so I applied. The closing date was on Friday the 1st. We had 2 bank holidays last week because of the Queen's Jubilee. So they would have gone back to work on Wednesday. So they're still processing, I imagine.
Okay, so there's a long. You were saying there's a long holiday, which is the week, because the Queen, of course.
That's right. Yeah. So they wouldn't have even looked at them until Wednesday.
Okay.
So what I'm asking is, what do you think of chances of getting that job?
Okay, that's a fantastic opportunity.
It is, absolutely.
That's great. This is something kind of a newer area that you are open. That's great.
The beauty of it as well, Maureen, is if I got the job, my dad's going to lend me $2,000 to get a car and insurance and everything.
Oh, so you'll be rewarded handsomely.
He's been emailing me saying, "Oh, I'm waiting and I'm watching."
That's nice. That's very nice. I'm glad to hear that you're embracing your parents and stuff. You know, you look like you'd be very unhappy if you don't get this job. I think. Siobhan, you seem like you haven't been very happy about, and I'm not saying you're a miserable person.
I've been low, yeah.
Yeah, like the sun isn't, I don't know how, maybe, we have June gloom here, in California, I guess all over the United States.
Well, the weather's been crap here, but that's not...
And, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that feeling inside. But I do feel that the things are, the feeling, and I feel, but I see, I feel, see. But I do see that there is a brand new opportunity around you that is also coming at a time where there's a healing process. What's interesting? You brought up your father about this, and it's kind of like a parallel with this because, I know that. Well, I've known Siobhan for a while, everybody, but I know that things about family dynamics. It sounds to me like it's really nice to hear that you're having a relationship like that with your father.
It was hell for years.
Yeah, I know. It's really
the last couple of years been absolutely brilliant, yeah.
No, really nice, and I think it's almost like there's a, it's like you've gone through a spiritual death, so you're coming out of it. So it's a brand new. There's a lot of change around you, and there's a lot, and I do get that there's a lot of things that you will no longer be juggling. It's like you will be focusing on one particular thing. I do feel that you have a really good opportunity. Now, how many, as far as, because you don't have, well, even if you don't have training, is this the kind of thing where they would be open to, I see you and another girl closely working together around this too.
If I got the job, they would have to train me in terms of how they do the bookings. The job title is Education Bookings Coordinator. So I think a lot of it's by email, some of it's by phone.
Okay.
But you're sort of finding services to provide for deaf people. But basically interpreting. Right.
It's I really get that this would be a very positive. I see a girl around you that's really great. Someone, and I think you do not know of, but also I feel that you're going to be getting away from a lot more. Like I said, the show we're doing Thursday night is about psychic vampire stuff. You
I
know,
couldn't hear the radio. I had to log off.
well, no, I'm talking about this Thursday. I'm
Oh, coming up.
Yeah,
I'll try
and
my radio.
you know, I guess
to do
what
that.
I'm trying to say is because the topic, because it goes, everybody gets this. You know, we all experience it. But I guess what I'm saying is, what I'm seeing is more like you're going to be in an environment. I do see you working. So if you're not working right now, I feel that this is more than likely. I see it coming pretty soon, like within the next, couple weeks.
Yeah, that would be about the timing. Yeah, because if let's say they interviewed me next week,
Right.
Or late next week, I would say to them that I need 2 weeks notice.
Are you working right now somewhere?
No, I'm not, but I would say that I was.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea, of course. Well, and also I think they wouldn't want any, they would appreciate that. But also I feel that if you, this is a thing. Whatever you were doing prior to this, I don't know. It looks like I was talking about, it was a completely draining, and female energy was draining the heck out of you. So
Exactly. That girl, the disabled girl I was working
oh, I think I remember.
with the dog. Oh,
Oh, I
it's a
think-
night.
Okay, so I see you getting away from that. So that's why I absolutely
But
see you.
that was last February, though.
Well, February, March, April, May. It wasn't the last one before that. February wasn't that long. To me, it wasn't that long. I don't know.
That's true, yeah.
March, April, May. It is. I guess it is. You know what? It doesn't seem, I don't know what.
It is when you're applying for jobs.
Well, time goes faster when you're. I don't know anymore. It was March. April. If I feel great, I'm Viking. I'm joking. No, but I'm messing around with you. But no, but that was the last position you were in was in this.
It was, yeah.
Okay, and it was like just draining. And I don't get that this opportunity that I see around you coming up in the next couple of weeks is like that. In fact, it's going to be clear and free of that stuff. It's like you've already died from that part of that energy, and it looks very positive. And also I get a really good feeling that you're going to be able to put energy, whether it be because you're feeling better after working, or maybe something about the work you're doing. I see you putting more energy into something that's real creative that you really enjoy too. So maybe it could be something you're integrating, or you just feel better, like picking back up on some creative hobby or something that you had put down.
Well, do you know what? This whole thing, if I get a car, because I haven't had a car for years.
Yeah.
If I had a car, I found this car actually that I really like. It's like a van but with windows. And I thought, oh, brilliant. I can go to a garden centre, buy a whole load of stuff, do the garden up, sit out there. It'd just be, brilliant. But when you don't have a car, you depend on people and you can't really,
Yeah, but you've been pretty good about the.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But no, but that will be a whole new sense. That again, a whole new sense of freedom.
Absolutely.
There's some really great change. It's almost like you're coming out of a spiritual, a healing, a renewal. Call it what you would. Well, I'm going to call it a nicety, but it's pretty intense. But there's a lot of good change.
Do you feel, Maureen, that it's
I do.
that job?
I do feel I see a very positive opportunity in within the next 2 weeks, and I absolutely get that you're leaving behind the energy of what you had before, which is female, that draining and stuff. And also I get that that you won't be feeling like you're juggling two things at one time. Like you're not going to. It looks like you really want to be at this one. So that's why I'm wondering. It sounds interesting, and I do see you with somebody else, very closely working, like somebody like a sisterly type of figure. It's very nice. It's a very nice feeling, and so if this is not, I guess what I'm getting at, I do see you working within the next 2 weeks. So I keep looking at you.
It has to be that way.
You're right here. Well, so the thing, unless you've gone for something else too.
No, I haven't.
Okay,
No.
so it looks very good. It looks very, very good, and I do feel that you're going to be able to be more creative.
I was just really worried about the interview because I get so nervous that it's hard to focus on the questions they're asking, and I tend to sort of blurt out ridiculous.
But
things,
I don't feel that it will be so tough on you this time because what I'm seeing that you've gone through. It's almost like in a way it's almost like not preparing for it to be tormenting.
That's the thing, isn't it? Being prepared.
Because not preparing for it to be tormenting, but you said something interesting. You said, "Well, I'm going to tell him 2 weeks even though I'm not working," because of course that looks or appears more appropriate business 101. But I just feel that you just be yourself, Siobhan. I feel that it's a lot different from what you're used to. The whole process to get it and also working around, it's very, very good. You won't feel so disconnected. And probably
Yeah.
even in the interview, it looks fantastic. But like I said, above all, I mean, more importantly, I see you really being able to focus on your creative something, your projects you put aside. You know, like writing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
Something you'll be able to bring it back into the picture. And what's so good is like I don't know if it's coming within, but I just it's or you're more feeling more at peace or this work disposition, so you can go and be more into your creative work after you leave. It just inspires you. I feel that you know what? It's almost like I see you inspired in this position.
Excellent. Oh,
It's
good.
very good. It's
Yeah,
very
it's
good.
it's a lovely
nice.
little job. It really is.
Yeah, and also your father will be very proud of you. And
Do you know what he said? He said when I told him about it, he said, "Wouldn't it be fantastic if you were working with that caliber of people?"
bless
You
his
know,
heart.
he
I
loved
like.
it.
I
Yeah.
like. And you know what? He's Irish, and we all like that Irish accent. And how nice of him to say that to you.
Yeah, he's a
Actually,
sweetheart. Yeah.
no, that's really nice. I
Yeah.
didn't know. I'm really glad to hear that you become very connected with him, because it's important.
I know. I thought it would never happen. I really,
But
know,
you see, never say never.
it's amazing.
But
Thank you so much,
you're
Maureen.
welcome,
I
and
really
Siobhan.
appreciate
And I
that.
hope you had a really great birthday. Although it's
And
still.
thank you, Room, for being patient with me.
Oh, room. Yeah, my room's fine.
Oi.
My room's fine. Room. Hey, roomies. Thanks, Siobhan. And you know what? Get some rest. And no,
Yeah.
I'm really happy for you. And it's
Thank
nice
you.
to hear about you and your father. Having the camaraderie that you should.
Yeah.
So.
I hope you feel better soon.
And
Liz.
we'll talk to you later, Granny. Talk to you
Thank
later,
you.
Granny. Bye,
Thanks,
Siobhan.
Maureen.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Julie, thank you for greeting people, and happy birthday to nobody else in there, maybe. And there she goes. It's whoever I did not say hello to. Hello, Angel Smiles. Hello, Marky. Is that Mark? Marky. Well, Reggie, Rufus, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. And Doug and Faith and Julie. And there's another one. Hello? Hello.
Hello.
Hello, is this Charlotte?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my gosh, I must be psychic. Wow, I'm
Yeah,
just
you
like,
must
oh
be.
no. I'm really on a roll now. Hi, Charlotte. Shauna, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, and you?
Well, I'm okay now.
Oh, well,
I
hope that you get better early.
Well, I'm tired of myself. Yeah, I know, but you know what? You gotta be careful when you get old. I always remember old people going, I took a fall. Now I know. Yeah, you take a fall and you can't get it. And it ruins everything. It ruins everything though, because I was really hoping, because all the co-hosts or us on the radio on Thursday nights, they're coming into town. Steve's coming into town from Tennessee, and a couple other people I've met that work on psychicaccess.com site.
Mhm.
And I had a regiment that I was going to be doing to get real healthy and looking a little bit better, and now it can't happen. I guess I can look like.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because I'll just yeah, it's kind of weird. But Vicodin's okay. I'm just messing with you, Shauna. Shauna, how are you? So I'm ready for you, Shauna. And
All right.
everything's flying around.
Oh.
Okay. And you're calling all the way from I can't wait, Canada. See, wait 1 second.
Yes,
We've
from
already had
Canada.
2 people from out of the country call in, so everybody else that's in this country should take note of that. So after we're done, somebody else will call. Sorry, thanks. Okay.
Maureen she's international.
Yeah, well, the Canadian, we got UK, and I'm ready for you. I'm just grabbing things that I've fun.
Well, I was just phoning to ask you what you see going on with my, I guess, kind of like my internal life with my mom and stuff, because I haven't really been close with her lately, and
it's about time, maybe.
And my sister.
Yeah.
And I just wonder what you see going on or coming up.
Well, that's a nice question to have, because that means that it's time, because I know sometimes, we can go through life and kind of like let things slide, but you've been kind of thinking maybe now, because I know your mom, and you said your mom, as I can recall, your mom and your sister interact more so than you and your mom, right? Are they more engaging?
Yeah, My mom and my sister, you mean?
Yeah. Or do they have a relationship that's more
Yeah,
engaging and
yeah, they are closer.
well,
So,
it may not be so much closer. It may be that your sister, you know, how things are with,
yeah.
you know, also I think that you know, it's almost like in a way, maybe you need to revisit getting to know your mom, to her as well. You know, I get a lot of good stuff going on, really good stuff coming up because even right now, there's no judgment going on. I mean, a lot of times in families, you know, well, I've talked about this, well, it happens. You know, we feel we're being, so one person might be judged for whatever. It's just, or your own internalizing judgment. But it feels like it's a really good time that you're asking this question because I, besides that, I know you didn't ask, I'm just going to throw it in, but I do see work stuff going to be
Again.
doing well. It's a well, no, I just wanted to I just, it came about, it looks well. You know, there's something about you wanting, asking this question right now for a particular reason, and I'm getting that you need to get some more insight or knowledge about what's happening with, you know, like I know you know your mother, and I know you know, but maybe I see, you know, I do. I see you getting together. I see the three. I see you and your mom and your sister. It's like the three of you. Your mom looks like she feels like she could be a really cool. You know, let's put it this way: when you can see her not as just your mother, right? Don't get me wrong, everybody. I don't think we should all be our children's friends. But I remember my daughter saying, "But yeah, no, I'm not your friend, I'm your mother." But I do see the three of you almost like a sisterly feeling. I do see you socializing. I see you making a point of, and I do see it happening. It's fantastic. I also get that, you know, I know, of course, you and your sister are different and stuff like that, but I feel that there's something to do with letting the past, let it go, like let it be as it is. And I feel that you know, Shauna, I know you're different than your sister, but it does appear like your sister may be the type of person that's more, or one of you, one or the other may or perceive each one another as someone who wants to be a kept woman or not so independent. Does that make sense?
One of us wants to be more independent.
No, you know, like when there's women or girls that want to just get married and have someone take care of them all the rest of their life. Don't get me wrong. I think there's nothing wrong with that, but I think that sometimes when you have, because you two are the only two siblings, and there's your mother, right? You don't have any brother. You know, it's just you and your sister, correct? And I just feel like there's something. I'm not wishing upon you, but I feel like it's almost like I do see you guys all connecting, and I see it's a good time because I don't really feel that you know one another as much as you may think you do because you haven't had some. I know that you love each other and everything, but do you know what I mean? It's not like you understand each other so much. So I do see, you know, and I'm not saying you. I think maybe it might be a good idea to make more of a point of trying to bring things up about doing things, even if no, your mom's not or your sister's not. Maybe it might be a good idea for you too. I do. I just see you socializing with them. I see you having fun, like celebrating. Is there something coming up? One of your or anybody's birthday or something? Father's Day. Do you guys?
My uncle's birthday, but
Well,
I think that's at the end
Father's
of
Day.
June.
I know well, I know your father's on here. On Father's Day, have you guys ever all gotten together for Father's Day to honor your father? Do you guys have Father's?
No, we normally would only do something at the end of May because that was his anniversary, but we didn't do anything this year.
Okay, so you did get together. Okay, well, I just see. Did you guys talk about getting? I just feel that I do see it. I mean, I absolutely see this moving forward, like connecting again. And I don't think you do that much with them. Yeah, like your mom,
No.
the three of you. I do feel that, and you know, I feel that you would be wise, or I'm encouraging you to maybe make a point of saying, why don't we all get together? You know, I kind of see you guys together going out. Your sister's 21, right?
Oh, no. She's older than me.
Well, I mean, I guess what I meant to say, you're overage drinking. Well, you know, you're a wise old soul, but we all know you're 90 years old. She's 59 years old. No, I think that, no, I see, but your mom, it feels really it feels really positive. Like I said, your mom, your mom and the two of you, the sisters and your mother. It looks really lovely. And sometimes I say people shouldn't party like no, but it just looks like there's a lot more a camaraderie between women, and it's like you all feel like there's sister energy around. But there is something about the past. Maybe there's some stuff that you and your sister need to let go of. But I do get that there's a lot more about getting to know each other that has yet to be uncovered. And really, I think maybe you're picking up on it. That's why you've been asking that question. And I really think it's very important not to be indecisive about if maybe you have been before, or you're too busy, or you don't want to for some reason. It looks like you'll have a lot of fun. It's almost like getting to know each other, like a redo, not a redo. It's like
And do you see anyone else around us, like me having to introduce?
well,
like,
no,
a
I'm
new
not getting
child?
into that part yet, but I do feel that will happen. But I think this is really important that you guys. It's almost like establishing a bond now at this moment in time. It's not like even reestablishing. I think establishing a bond, because I think it's a good time. The timing's good, and also I think that there's something that you need to seek more knowledge about what makes your mom, what she inspires towards, or what your sister. Like getting really to know them again, or really getting to know them at this time.
I did have like a small question too, because my grandmother, she's a bit older. She's my mom's mom.
How much older? My age? I'm joking.
Sorry?
Is she my age, your grandma?
Oh, no.
I know.
She was like 86 or 87 now.
Yeah.
But I know, I don't know why, sometimes I'm kind of sensitive and I can pick up on things too. And like I always, I love my grandmother very much. And
You're worried.
just wondering if you see her around or if anything's going on. So she's losing a lot of weight throughout the past couple of years. The last 2 years.
Well, she's getting older. She's getting old. I mean, she's getting wiser and older. But no, and Shauna, and I would listen to your inner voice. I know you have it. We all do, but I know that you do. Your inner voice, being intuition, whatever you want to call it. We all. You're very, aware of that. I will tell you this, but I will tell you something else following this. Everybody can listen to this. I will never ever read, even if I felt or I saw or I had a little thing. I will never read death, because I'm not God and I could be wrong. But unless it happened in the past. But what I will tell you is I don't see anybody unhealthy enough to where I see someone, kind of like detaching. So if that's but I do feel that maybe this is a part of, here you have women energy. You have your grandmother, you have your sister, it's all well, there's 3 generations, I guess, right there. But I think that maybe that's probably why you're wanting, maybe, like you didn't tell me you wanted to start reconnecting with your mom. And I see your sister part of that, but I think maybe there's something about that, maybe why you're getting that, because it's time more so, because I think your grandmother would be very happy. But have you seen your grandmother? Do you see her very much?
No, I haven't. She lives a bit far, but I've been thinking about it.
Go. She doesn't live that far away, because one day she's going to be, when it's time and you go, God. I mean, how far are you talking? A half an hour? An hour?
No, it can be like an hour and a half.
Would be really good. Maybe an idea. This may be what I'm seeing too. I suggest, or just an idea, it would be good for you to go there with your mom and your sister to visit real soon.
Yeah, that's what we normally do, but it's just, even my grandmother, I don't know if you're seeing any of this in the reading, like there's a little bit of tension between my mom and my grandmother as well, because my grandma's always like, oh, you guys never really come to
the guilt. But it's part of that grandma. It's part of the mother. Yeah, I know, I understand. But also, your mom probably doesn't want to think that her mom, even though I understand what you're saying, but even more so if you approach your mom. So if you took it would be like a short little road trip, is what you're saying it would be, right? To go see her, if you went.
Yeah, I would.
It could be like a short road trip for you, your mother, and yourself and your sister. And I do get that. That would be something that I think your mom. It would be real approachable, I think. And I see you socializing, celebrating. It's like right there. That's even better your mom would, it would be that would be a really great idea to be able to do that. At the same time, I see your grandmother. I'm not saying I don't see her unhealthy, but I don't see her, I don't see anybody that's going to be leaving immediately or anything like that. But, I suggest you absolutely, and what better of a way to reconnect with your mom, the women in your life, in your family, the women. It's all about the women. And also, I see a lot of stuff about the past being able, letting go of some things about the past that are, it's not like bad stuff, but not living in the past anymore or something. And also that would pertain to your grandmother and your mom. Just everything would be settled. And I do think that being, what I think that now that you brought your grandmother up and you've told me this, I think that you should be. I think I see you will have a choice about something. I think it'd be really desirable for you to approach. I mean, really soon, like tomorrow. When you hang up the phone, no, it's late. But like tomorrow or something, I would contact your mom about wanting to see your grandma, and I think she'd embrace it the way, because you go, oh, wouldn't it be fun? I don't know if that's out of character for you to do something like that, but I think it'd be really.
No, it's not.
I think the timing's really good because you could do that, and it looks like you'd be really. I just see you really happy about. But if you're indecisive and you don't know what choice, it's almost like this could pass you by. And like I say, well, I guess I'm saying it now. Maybe for the first, it's time to seize the opportunity while you can, while your grandmother's still here, and having the memories that you. And also, I see some really great reconnection of the feeling between your mom and your sister and yourself, and you feel a part of you don't feel like you're on the outside. You feel more a part of, and everybody is not judging, or not, well, the sisters, whatever. It's fantastic, and so I would integrate that into seeing your grandmother. It looks very nice, and I think that if you're a little bit not sure about it, don't be like that, or just maybe think about it.
I did have like a side of the question, because my sister, she moved to Toronto, which is 6 hours from Montreal. It's still in Canada. I'm curious if you ever see her moving back here.
Wait, okay, you said something. Who your grandmother's in Toronto? Is that what you said?
My sister's in Toronto.
Oh, your sister. Got it. Okay.
And that's kind of part of it too, why, things have kind of been like this. And I'm just wondering if you ever see her moving back here.
Well, she would really, I could see her wanting to if she felt the support. She really needs a lot of support right now with the women in her family, which is you and your mom. And I do feel that, I think it'd be to her best interest, but also I don't think she should be. I think it should be her choice, but I think that she seems a lot more. There's a lot more support and more protected and more safe. Not that she needs to feel that way, but it's almost like feeling a sense of like a home, like a sense of belonging. So I think she has she has all the opportunities she wants to. I don't see her. I know that you told me before she's with some long-term thing that's not really functional, person. But I do feel that. I know you want her to move back, don't you, towards you guys? Is your mom and you are in Quebec, in Montreal, right?
Yeah, well, that's another thing too. Like this week, I was kind of thinking over these things, and I was even thinking of moving to Toronto myself, because I was kind of tired of Montreal, and then I was like, okay, well, maybe I could be, close to my sister. And
wait a minute, when was this? Recently?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
It's been, ongoing, but
ongoing. That's a good one. But wouldn't it be easier? I think your sister. It would be a nice. I think your sister would thrive much better being where your mother and you are located, which is Montreal, and also, I do see a new home coming around this whole situation, and I also see. Is someone getting a new? Is there another car, or is there some new car? Siobhan talked about a car, but I see there's some cars, some feeling of your sister. Your sister is your sister.
My mom or I know my sister got a new car.
Oh,
last year.
Oh well, okay. Well, it just looks like it looks very positive. It looks like there is just a new home or a new beginning. It's very good. I really think it's a great thing that you're. I don't know why you're thinking about leaving again now, because there's so much else good going on around you. But I do feel that your sister would be able to get a little bit further away from what she's been involved in, ongoing in her pattern with her relationship, maybe that needs to be addressed. But it's not. Who am I to say? I'm not one to gossip. No, didn't hear from
Yeah.
me. But I'm not saying that. I think that your sister needs to feel a sense of. I don't see. I think that it's important that I don't see your mother wanting to move to Toronto at all. I don't feel that. I love Toronto, but I love Montreal. But I guess I'm being a little
My mom, maybe that's it, because my mom for the past 3 years, she's been trying to like sell her condo, and she's been looking for some kind of like, house out in the country.
Yeah, well, this is what this would look like. It looks like it's not around a bunch. It's lovely. It's interesting if she's doing that because usually you downsize the older you get because the kids. She wants a home and put all you women in there. That'd be really cool. It looks like out of the way. It's beautiful. It's not like
You're like living together. Is that what you
well, why would you want to have some type of home like that? Well, let's put it this way. It looks very inviting to me. So, and also, it just looks very positive. You know, Sean, I'm happy to hear about you wanting to reconnect with or the feeling of wanting to, and I feel that your inner intuition is probably part of that feeling. And I don't feel it's coming from because your grandmother's getting ready to leave you guys right now. But I think that really, is Doug still here? Yeah, Doug told me something one time about, I was kind of bitching about my dad about doing whatever because I do what I did with them, and he goes, someday, Maureen, you're gonna you're gonna not, and I knew that, but at the time, I go, I know, and I know that that's true. I have no regrets, but he brought that up, and it's true. So I think that it's really great to be able to and because the female energy is still around. Your father, isn't with you in this physical plane, right? So you females really need to be close, and I think that maybe its time is now, and maybe you're picking up on that too, with your grandmother being. Hold on, caller. You can call back in just a moment. That noise. That noise is a Skype noise. But Shauna, I think it's a really great thing that you are feeling that way, and I think that you're listening to something that's you're intuitive, you're psychic, the stuff that you have,
Okay.
and so.
And this home, when you see my mom like getting the home, because it's
Well, I see it. This looks like there's something around September time. It looks it's fantastic. It doesn't
Yeah,
look
because
as.
you know what's funny? I was actually talking to her a couple years ago. It was like maybe a year and a half ago. She was looking for a house, and I was going to move back in with her because she wouldn't want to be alone in a big house, and it didn't really work because she didn't really find one that she liked, and she's really picky, so it kind of fell through. And so, she's selling her condo, and that's probably.
So that was a year. So that was a year. You said that was about a year ago, or did you say that you?
Yeah,
So it's a full.
it was about a year ago or a year and a half ago.
Well, it looks very. Like I said, it looks like a home. A bit. It's like, and there's like I always pick up on these flowers. It's like a pinkish white flowers that grow high. I don't know.
Into all of that gardening.
It's really lovely, and it's like it looks like it's like there's a hills. It's not around a bunch. It's not a condo or anything like that. Nothing wrong with condos, but it just looks like it's lovely, and it feels like a whole new beginning, of course, for anybody. But it looks like even more so, probably more in a deeper aspect. It looks like a home for your girl, a family home for, and like I said, usually it's interesting she'd want to go into more like this than not. I think it's really important that maybe that the family, you women come together and embrace each other, and it's almost like here's the shift for that.
Do you see us living together now?
Well, I wouldn't see any reason. This home looks like it's a pretty good size. I don't, and it feels really lovely. It feels lovely. I mean, it feels wonderful, and it looks like it's very positive for anybody. It would be welcoming. Let's put it this way: it would be a welcoming feeling, and it would be nice. I think for each individual one of you, for your own personal reasons, but also the feeling. It would be like the supportiveness is really needed. Maybe for whatever reasons, it looks very, very good, and it would be I see a really good. There's stability. There's a real good sense. It's not a torment. It's stability. A feeling. Some families shouldn't be. Everybody should coming back with. It looks very, very good, and it's almost like everything you wish and desired about the feeling like you're the belonging. Really great connection with the. It looks like everything that you desire with that is absolutely attainable. But this does look like August time. I don't know how I hope the market with the homes selling is better than it is in the States, but
Yeah.
well, your mom, it doesn't matter. Your mom, I have a feeling, will sell her condo. More so, I think it's just about the timing. Your sister can move. I have it all planned out now. Okay, your sister can move to
No,
Toronto.
but these things do come up whenever we come together. Like we kind of, I guess, inspire each other. And if I would talk about it, I probably would inspire my mom, and she'd be like, "Yeah, I'll look back into this and that." So
Yeah, I
I
think
think
so.
that's
And
a
I
lot.
think it's nice that you're bringing this up because I know, I've talked to you a few times, but I think it's a good thing to be like getting to know each other after maybe like we all know you think you know your mom and your sister, but there's a good feeling. I'm feeling like really getting to know the female. It's real important to have good female energy between females. It really is. And if you
Yeah.
could have it within your sisters or your mom, it's like a whole new experience around it. Of course, it would be.
Yeah.
Everybody, and being really open and feeling okay, and you're safe and sound to be open about who you are. It's really good.
Yeah.
I think absolutely. And there's a lot of things you don't know about. There's a lot of things you don't have knowledge about. Maybe there's stuff in it, and I think it's going to be a really nice journey.
Mhm.
I would say jump on and jump in the car. But I would suggest, what? It would be a nice thing to be able to. I see you celebrating and celebrating and socializing. Maybe to see your grandma would be a really great thing to do first. I mean, to get
Yeah.
not just going out for
Yeah.
lunch here and there. I see you guys really connecting, starting
Mhm.
at the beginning of something that will be really good. And that's nice. That's very nice.
Yeah.
And
Well, thank you so much,
you're
Maureen.
welcome. And I think your sister would be really would be really. It just seems so nice and kind to do for
Mhm.
everybody. And your mom included. It feels good. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Well, I look forward to it, and thank you, and get better.
Oh yeah, if I don't fall, I'm tired of
Yeah.
this. If I
Be
got to one of
careful.
those facelifts like this, like of course I will. People like this age don't fall. Oh my gosh. I took a fall. You know what? Someday you'll know what I'm talking about. You know what? It's so
Yeah.
silly. We all take falls, but come on. I think someone kicked me.
Mhm.
God kicked me out in the street.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No. Well,
I'll be
you'll get
fine. I'll
better.
be fine. Is Mercury retrograde? And I always like blaming it on something.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I,
I study astrology, but I know you did too before in
yeah,
your
but
studies.
I don't like to follow
Um,
Mercury
but
retrograde.
yeah,
It
it
is.
is right
All right,
now.
we'll blame it
So
on that then. Someone communicated in
yeah.
my ear to trip and fall in the street. It was in Mercury. Everything was going in reverse. No, I've been not. I love blaming everything on Mercury. But most of the time people talk
Yeah.
about it. So I'm glad you brought it up. So now I can use that one. Well, as soon
Yeah.
as it's gone, I'll be fine.
Exactly.
Thanks for sharing that with me because I didn't know that. I stopped checking on it because I thought I was blaming too much on it. But so what? I
Yeah.
am now.
Wow.
Well, you be careful. No, everything's fine in Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
But I like
We
blaming it
can't
on
wait
it.
for it to be
But I'm
over.
glad you told me that. No, because you know what? I stopped wanting to pay attention because I was getting dysfunctional. Every time I go, oh, that's why that's going on. It was
Yeah.
gave me a get out of jail card or go into jail for free because it's Mercury retrograde. But
Yeah.
thank
I've
you.
been feeling it
Yeah,
too.
well, well, that's good though. But you're feeling good for you, and I hope to hear that you have talked to mom. And let's go visit grandma, or if you call her
Yeah.
grandma, or you don't call her granny, but grandma. Let's go visit like Little Red Riding Hood. It looks like you'd have a really good time going there to see her. On the way there, even it's like connection is very positive, and that's great. I like hearing. I like
Yeah.
the fact that you asked that question. So
Yeah.
there you have it.
Well,
Okay,
thank you very
Sharose.
much.
You're welcome,
I really
Sharose,
appreciate
Shauna. And I'll talk to you soon. And have a lovely time. And if you can hang out in here, have a lovely time listening to me laugh.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
Shannon.
right.
Okay, bye bye.
All
Or
right. Have a
Shauna.
nice evening.
I see
Bye.
that. Do you know Shannon? I meant Shauna. She heard me. Okay. No, you guys. Oh, hi, Joe. Hi, Joe. Hi, everybody that's so quiet. And I'm not so quiet. Let me see. Everybody that Sarah left from last week. Marky. Mark, is that Mark Moore? And there we have, and there you have it. I bet you I know this. Hi, Joe. Thank you for that nice stuff on Facebook. Yeah. Hi, Wookie Georgia. Oh my gosh!
Hi.
Look at I got you on.
I
know
can
what?
see you.
I know I could pull you. Oh gosh, if I knew you were coming on, I would have been able to pull you into the system. Well, I'll have to do that. You can. No, I would do that. It's so nice. See, I'm looking at her. Everybody, it's pay attention, Georgia.
Well, it wouldn't just let me call you on the phone.
Oh, well, yeah, because you were doing a video thing.
I don't know.
Well, you know, it's Mercury retrograde. Now I'm using that one for a reason. So it's just so nice to see you. And so everybody, I'm listening to Georgia, and she called in, and I see her, but you can't see her, but I can see her. So now I don't have to stare over here. I can look at you. So see, I can see you, even though it doesn't seem like I'm interacting, but see, I'm looking right at you now.
Yeah.
So Georgia, what's happening?
Well, first I'll tell you about the mirror. I thought I told you the story a long time ago.
No, I don't think. Maybe you did. I don't remember.
Well, remember when you came to my old house?
Yes.
And we started talking again a lot. And we had a phone call one night, and we were laughing. And I mean, we were just like wild laughing. And you were like, woo, woo, woo.
I remember.
Really crazy fun. And then about, I don't know, 20 minutes later, my kids were a lot younger. And I heard this horrible crash. And I thought, oh my God, did a plane crash into my house? Because it was like so bad. It was metal, screeching, like scary. And I couldn't figure it out because I don't live like right on the street, at the time. It was we were up on the hill. So I go running, tearing around the house, hoping like nobody got killed. And all my kids are just like watching TV and reading a book. I mean, nobody's doing anything. And I go in this bathroom that had a mirror that was like 5 feet long and like 3 feet tall that was attached to the wall. It fell off the wall and shattered all over the bathroom.
I remember now that you brought that up. I remember you telling me that. I remember that was 3-4 years. I remember that now. I'm glad you brought. That's right. That was true. But it was me doing you
really like energetic. It was really
that's called making psychokinetic activity together.
I don't know. But if somebody would have been in the bathroom, they would have been dead.
Yeah, I know. That's what's very scary about that.
That mirror was like
people should stay away.
Glass, and it was stuck into the floor like shards of it.
I remember you telling me about that, and that was pretty intense. And we were having intense. Well, we had just reconnected after not talking for a while too. So that was that time period where I contacted you a little bit. I remember. When we get going, it's not our fault.
That's right. I didn't know if when you fell,
it probably was, Georgia. It probably was.
Yeah, we just been talking.
Well, I think it was the night before, pretty much, kind of.
Okay.
But I was in my little thing. You know what? I don't know who was responsible, but I'm going to.
Because sometimes I'm worried.
No, you know what? I was thinking. You know what? I have a new therapist. Everybody's a woman for talk therapy, and it's fine. I look different tonight, Joe. I saw that really quick. Was that supposed to mean I look like hell? Oh, Joe, kick everybody back. But George, I have this new therapist, and I saw her, and you know what she said to me? I said, what a nice experience I had in the emergency room, and I wasn't going to go. And I decided 4 hours later I better go, and it was so peaceful. I couldn't believe it. It was like so lovely, and and my therapist, I saw her yesterday, and I hadn't slept because I'd been at the hospital. That's right. And she said, Maureen, do you think maybe, she's kind of like my student. Do you think maybe, she's nice, and she's not listening, I don't think, but she goes, do you think maybe you just wanted to be taken care of? But you know what? She brought up a good point. And I go, maybe I did. Because I'm not a baby. But they did, I mean, they even took me to Georgia. There is something about that. Maybe that's what happened. And I'm not a baby. Like I said, I can, we can tolerate too much pain. But they did. They really pampered me. In fact, they wheeled me and didn't even have me get up. They let me scoot over to the X-ray. I didn't get off. I didn't get off the gurney. No. They took the rail. I don't usually have people doing that for me. And you know what? It was lovely. It was a nice little feature.
I'm sure it was.
So maybe she's right. Maybe I just, maybe I had to fly into the street with my iPhone. There's a car. If a car would run over me, I don't care. But so maybe that's it. So Georgia, I'm really sorry I missed that message. Well, I saw a little bit like the day later, about you, and the reading you were interesting because things after we had talked, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Is there something that maybe you want to address in front of everybody? Oh, I can
Well,
do that.
there's so many things.
I know. Well,
I don't know what's the most immediate concern because really they're all sort of pressing, and that's what's so hard to know. Kind of what to lead into because unfortunately, too, being at home with ears.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
So I have a lot of decisions to make in the next couple of weeks. I guess, first off, like I have this week coming up, which is jewelry. So
you have
whether or not I'm
the
successful. Secondly,
you have the new thing, the new opportunity you're talking about, which is great.
It's just kind of rekindling stuff I've been doing for years and doing that. And then I have decisions to make about where if I'm going to stay where I'm living, if I'm going to be able to, or relocating and all of that. It's like all these kind of pressing things. And to be honest with you, I need to sit here and make jewelry and not worry about all this stuff.
Yes, that's true.
It's so hard to get into my thing, which is what I do to, support my family. And it's kind of crazy.
So you're overwhelmed.
And I'm like, okay, well, do I just give it up for now and get a job and get out of the house?
No.
But
Georgia,
I'm hoping that next week kind of gives me enough exposure again to kind of continue for this minute.
So you're kind of nervous about, because we were talking about that the other day, because you're doing this, like you're getting your inventory, getting some stuff ready, right? Is what you're saying, but you need to focus on doing that. And so you're kind of nervous because you're going back into something that you haven't gone, what do they call it? Trunk shows?
Well, I'm actually doing like a trade show.
Okay.
I've done it for a while, but which is really, my business has suffered. But the bad part is I'm not prepared because I really didn't know that I was going to find a place that somebody was going to actually offer me a space because they know that I need.
So here you got this great opportunity. I understand. Yeah. And I know exactly what you're talking about. I know, and then the sabotaging starts coming about because it's intense. I get it. I mean, I'm not putting you down. I understand it all too well. All too well. So really, I think, and so then you have all this other stuff on the side and then you get paralyzed and you're focusing on that stuff at the same time. And okay, no, you should not just go out and get whatever job because you're really great at what you create, Georgia. And this is a great opportunity, like you said, and then you found out, and then everybody wants something, and you're being pulled in all directions, right?
Right.
And, this is the thing. This is why I'm doing that show Thursday night. I know I keep pushing that show, but I'm telling you, the reason why I'm doing it, I don't know how to manage people, even your children, whoever they are, that just can drain everything out of you because you allow it, whatever. And what happens is it makes it to where your whole life goes into a freak out shamble. And so I see one of your sons. Is that the older one? I haven't seen him in a long time.
That's the oldest one.
Yeah, he looks good.
He's really tall.
Yeah, he's real tall. I haven't seen him in years. He's really tall. When I saw him last time.
He has really big ears.
Are they like, what do you call it? I've been watching Star Trek and whatever.
He hears things and goes, it's almost like he's eavesdropping.
No, he's checking out. They're protective at the same time, tormenting you. I know, but they're protective. Georgia, they are. No. Georgia, the thing of it is, did you make some new things for this trade show? Did you get some things made?
I got some things.
Okay, so you should first of all look at that.
Actually, I needed to have 3 times more.
Okay, but you were able to do some things, and I think that's something that you should really be proud of. Really, you need to be a little bit more gentle with yourself, and really because you haven't done this, the trade show and stuff, and all the stuff you're worrying about, and our minds are racing about things. I know exactly, and I can identify what it may not be exactly the same thing, but it is. But so you should first check that. Keep that. Who's ever calling that's in the chat room that knows better knows that I can't get a call until I'm done with this one. If you're not in the chat room, well then never mind. But whatever. Or if you're not listening, you're listening to this, or you won't be doing it. There you have it. And I love how you say there you have it, Georgia. Georgia, so you made some things, and that is something you should be very happy about because that is a feeling that was giving you anxiety. So you did. And I don't care then. Don't even follow it by, well, yeah, but I should have made. No, you made some really great things, I'm sure. You created some lovely things. It doesn't matter, but so first of all, be a little bit not so hard on yourself. So you did, okay? That's quite an accomplishment, really, don't you think? It is.
Well, sure, yeah.
I mean, don't even reflect back on what you used to or whatever, because you know how that works. Because there are different issues going on at that time that people are growing up, whatever things are going, and you brought up a good thing about me thinking about why moving back to my hometown as well. I would want to move back. Maybe I will too, because of things that you get because life.
It's like you wanted to be taken care of, possibly. I want to go there because I need to be in the womb.
Yeah, no, well, no,
to be home.
but no, and I know that, and I know, and your mom and everything, and her mom's really cool, and your mom and everything, and I think that's a pretty intense. It's a pretty intense time for you, but I don't think you should be getting upset with yourself because you didn't do enough for this. I think this. So the thing of it is, you don't have to make all these decisions all at once, right? I know it wouldn't be nice in a perfect world if you could, though, and have it all straightened out just perfectly. But George,
I mean, I just don't know. I might have to make all these decisions kind of simultaneously.
Simultaneously is not all at the same time, though. Georgia, you know what I see happening with you is, and it's not really fair. But on the other hand, it's I think I can actually refer to this as a paradox, and I rarely can say that, but for this, I think it might apply. Things that don't feel like it's really fair, but you're in that use. I think you might have heard me talking. I talk about useful sacrifice opposed to the useless that most of us think we're sacrificing. And what I mean by that, and I always use this metaphorically, Jesus being nailed to the cross, which is extreme. Especially if I go to the beach and I give you some hammer and nails. Go over there, nail yourself to the cross. And that's painful, but there's resurrection with this. A lot of people nail themselves, but there's no resurrection for them. That's a useless sacrifice. So what I'm seeing what's happening right now, and it's not fair because it's very painful, but still, it's the painfulness that comes with the reward because you get to resurrect. So this is a very intense time for you, but it hasn't been fair with a lot of things, and I get that. And you haven't been having a lot of fun. It's like there's no more socializing with the girlfriend, like I said on the last caller, Shauna. It's not like that stuff goes on. It's like that's over in the past. I can see there was no more of that. This has to do with it's not fair with just you being where you should be. You know what I mean? There's like so many outside factors that you have responsibility or you have on your back, but there is a useful sacrifice. There's resurrection for you for this. And I'll say this much: I thought I've been through, and maybe you can agree, so much sacrifice as well. If you feel, but did you get resurrection from it? No, it killed. It's almost like not literally, but killed you. So it's like all this torment. It was like for what? You don't have to resurrect. So there is a sense of resurrection. And I also get that, you know what? There's something about somebody from the coming, or some energy about coming back. It would be nice. It would be this would be just almost like someone coming back and trying to redeem themselves for being bad, not a good person towards you, or someone taking responsibility and being held accountable for some things. And I it could be a situation or something, but well, I'm not. It's just something. It's almost like there could be many people or many situations involved with that. It's almost like having. It would be nice if someone was accountable for some things that maybe could have been easier for you if they had not been so. But it is some type of redemption. I don't know who or what it pertains to, but I see you getting. God, Georgia, remember I was telling you have a lot of burden on your back, and your back hurt. I know you have trouble with your back. I see coming up like within the next. I don't know. I know within. I always say within because I could be wrong, but like within 10 weeks, so it could be a shorter period of time. But I see your back's going to feel a lot better. I see burdens being lifted. All the responsibility is that's taken on doesn't belong to you. Well, now I see it being lifted. Now, I'm not saying I dream a genie comes in and go bink, it's gone. Whatever is going on here, it's almost like, or you're releasing from it, and you can't take everything on, and it's okay. But I feel that you think that if this should ever happen, it would be everything that you wish and desired for everybody that you want to help, and you know how you just look so kind and lovely. And and I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's not good to be otherwise, but I think that you have sacrificed a lot of who you are, at the expense of other people that are okay to be able, you know what I mean? I don't think that, let me see how I'm going to say this. I think that when you start feeling a lift off your back, and you'll feel like really much better health wise, you'll feel like this is not what I wish for. I don't deserve it. You know, that kind of thing. And I don't think you should have that kind of thoughts. But, you know, I'm just kind of encouraging you. You deserve to have a burden lifted off of you. However, in a way that happened, you know, I'm wondering about something. There's somebody, it looks like there's a couple around you. I don't know. We never talk about, I know we did the other night about how it's been 50 years since we had last dance. 50 years ago. No, but, you know, I'm making a joke about it. But it doesn't, I don't know. Maybe this pertains to somebody like you're close to, like one of your immediate family members that live with, or whatever. It looks like there's a breakup of a couple of some sort. And it was short. It may, even if it was short lived, it was meaningful, but it's no longer in harmony. But it's also from that, I'm getting that somebody's going to be coming. There'll be a forthcoming, like someone asking you for forgiveness. Now, I don't know if that makes any sense.
Huh.
And I'm not saying it's directly you and somebody. It might be somebody that you know. I don't know. I could be absolutely wrong about this. Good thing you can listen to this on archive, because maybe it'll make sense of what I'm saying.
I know, I have to remember that. I never remembered to listen to the archives.
Well, now you can
There's
remember.
nobody I can think of right now. I've been so isolated for so long. I don't really have a ton of people around me all the time. Like, they kind of are just old friends that we just connect when we can, you know, once in a while.
Right.
It would only be if my ex and his wife broke up.
No,
He
well,
finally paid me all the child support.
well, no, and it could be very well that what this could be about would be him coming and saying, and it's someone asking you for forgiveness is really what they're doing, and go lo and behold, wow. But also, by doing so, wouldn't that be a breath of fresh air? And usually, I mean, right now you'd say that would never happen, right? But on the other hand, somebody, I mean, it's not so much even at this point the money, with the money coming in hand. Not only that, somebody actually coming and trying to get redemption for how awful
Right.
it has been. That's where this might have something to do with it, because, and also intervening. Maybe the best thing they could do is maybe more so interacting with your children too, maybe that are young adults, really. But I want to be really objective with you, because I know you know, so it's, you know, I don't like to you know, when I'm emotionally attached to somebody, but so I'm being very objective. I just want you to know I am, but I want to be careful. But that would be something of that nature. If I didn't know you, I would say that could apply. Somebody coming back.
I don't know about the couple part. That's what throws me a little bit, but I do have.
But you too.
With, you know, my family, and I've a little bit of that is turned around with some talking, you know, by forcing that issue that I did earlier this month. That one is apologizing and trying to kind of redeem.
Oh, really? So yeah. That's good.
But that's concerning too, because now I got to make some decisions about that. So, but like I said, that's why I don't know if it fits.
Okay, well, you know what? You'll know more. So, but whatever this has to do with what I see coming towards, it's interesting. Again, it's interesting with you. I see responsibility being lifted away. You don't have it on your back. Your back will feel better, even. I know, because you have back. It literally will feel better too because of it. But also, it's finally feeling like you're not carrying all that crap on your back. So whatever it is, but it's interesting because it also, you get this feeling like, well, this is something that, you know, which it's not going to you don't see it ever to be the case. I think you always feel, and I can understand, you know what, there's nothing worse than women that get totally fed up. At a certain age, when you're fed up, I mean, that's a really harsh place to be. Yeah. And it's like you're fed up. And but you are in that sacrifice of usefulness where it is definitely death and then resurrection. So it's crossing over and it's crossing through it. But I think that you've always maybe a desire or a wish this would be a nice thing. But as I see it unfolding, and if it's going on now, it's like it's really going to be hard for you to see it to be really positive, because you're going to be looking for the next thing that's going to kind of, drag you back down. Do you know what I mean? So
So I got to quit looking for the
Yeah.
next thing.
Well, no, I think that you have to give yourself permission that it's okay and accepting that you deserve not to have so much on your back. You deserve not to carry on. You weren't put in this world to do that, Georgia. And this is stuff that doesn't belong to you. You're carrying it. I do that a lot. I have a hard time saying no to anything. For instance, well, yeah, sure, I can handle. Boom, everything's piling. Then I get really mad. But I'm carrying all this stuff on my back because I chose to. But the thing of it is, was I put in this world to take care of all that? Because people should be experiencing those things for themselves, right?
Right.
But do you follow me? So I guess what I'm saying is, but I want everybody, to be okay. It's just not, it's not good. So I guess what I'm saying is, it's like, it will be, you need just to be giving yourself permission. It's okay. You don't have to carry it anymore. You don't. You weren't supposed to at a certain point. You're not supposed to, Georgia. You take it from someone else.
I guess it's called letting go, but I don't know how to do that.
Letting go, call it the wording. Maybe it's better not even to word it. But what I do feel is, I know that you always looking for the next anticipation of something else is going to come about because that's how you've been. That's life for you, and I can understand that. But on the other hand, and I know you desire otherwise, but I see something legal around you that's very positive. That will be a positive outcome, or just some type of anything legal. If anything you're doing in any aspect, it's favorable for you. And I feel that prior to this, and this is coming up too, it's like in the couple of months following it looks like you're in self-imprisonment, like that stress you're feeling. Even when you get things off your back, carrying a burden, there's something else. Like there's another thing to deal with. Like it's something else that has yet to be put to rest. But it's like I see self-imprisonment, but there'll be a complete sense that I'm not saying I see a judge putting you in jail, okay? But it sounds you're in self-imprisonment. What I mean by that, but I do feel it's like you're going to be able to go through a liberation. It's like it's interesting. You go through like releasing from a lot of burden, then there must be some psychologists can say this better, but then you go through the process of being able to feeling liberated. That feeling of liberation, which, I only felt when I jumped off the airplane. Really, it's just really a sense of finally a woman being untied and after being domesticated for so long and that feeling of.
So it's actually really out there? That was really out there?
Well, Georgia, it's inside of you. Like I said, when yeah.
I have to release it then. Okay.
No, Georgia, it's almost like it's okay for you. It'll be okay for you if you decide what you need to do because you still have some children. And I see no more fear of poverty around you. Georgia, it wouldn't be so bad to think that things will be okay. Although, wouldn't it be nice again if things were a little bit more smoother?
Well, yeah, I get okay for a week or a day. And then, something comes and smacks me upside the head, like the next day or the next.
Yeah, and you know what? I think that sometimes, I know I bring on a lot of stuff because you're used to that. Come on, Georgia. Those tapes. It's like I'm always looking for the next thing around. Things are just too cruisy. I think that's why I fall. I don't know. Honestly, I've had a rough week, but I do know that I'm very observant and aware of that dysfunction. And almost like think about it. That's been happening. It's a tape, ongoing looping.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, okay, we can create a lot with our, how we can put that energy out there.
Is everything okay?
There's that one that said I looked a lot older than you. I think that was the son that said to me that you look a lot, he was really kind of nice and protective when I met him. I think it was him. He was younger, but he goes, you're younger than my mom, you look a lot older. After he's bitching you out, but it's like his protective came on. Those boys love you, they're men. But Georgia, this is what I guess I'm talking about. Your boys are getting older, for one. There's a lot of things going on, and you have what you want to do. And the thing of it is, you're doing, and I'm not saying for you to stop doing what you're doing or not. Your mom did very similar. Look at the patterns that we follow after our families. My God, is that something? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Intensely. And your mom, my God, and what's happening is, I remember you always saying my mom deserves to just be. I remember you used to say that when you got a little bit old. Your mom, and now it's kind of like you too do, Georgia. And if you desire to, and I'm not saying you have to shut yourself out of everybody, but Georgia, you need to feel okay and go back to your true skin. And what I mean by that, soul skin. Oh, I'll send you one of these things. These great stories about. It's great. It's a Union storytelling thing about going. She was a SEAL, but she came up to be a human for whatever. But she needed to go back to where she belonged, where her true self was, and go back. And that was what she agreed to after being married and having children. And she was a SEAL. But anyway, the thing of it is, it's going back to yourself, your roots in some ways. And you've been talking about that. And I see no reason. I see things unfolding as they should. But also, I do feel that you're gonna be fine. I do feel a lot less burden on you. You can handle things, but I do not see fear, and I say fear, the operative word. I do not. I see that not being a problem. So fear of poverty, I feel it looks like there is no fear of poverty heading your direction. So you're going to be fine. It's easy for me to say. I know, I see.
That's a huge relief.
I know, but I think you
money is like putting it in a freaking colony.
I know, and the economy's bad, and for people to do what you do, and you make gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful work this woman does. Everybody, by the way, beautiful. She creates beautiful top high end. What do you call it, George? I don't want to insult high end. I say couture.
No, I don't. I just.
You create, yeah, but it's higher end, and people, yeah, and when the times were going really well, up exclusive at Beverly Hills, wherever you are, people commissioned you to do it. Come on, things change in the economy and all that too as well. But the thing of it is, Georgia, you've been putting your all like your mom always did, even past this time where most mothers will. The thing of it is, I don't see. You'll be fine, Georgia. You're able to do it, but I think that you need to believe in yourself. It doesn't. But I think that I know it's nice to feel needed. At one point, it gets a little bit dysfunctional.
Oh yeah, no, I'm over it.
And so it's almost like it becoming full circle when you decide to go back to Long Beach. I'll head that direction too, because
I don't know if that's the answer, but it would sure be nice to find out.
I think it'd be nice for you to be close to your mom. You brought up a good point about that, and because your mom was, I grew up with Georgia. Your mom was lovely with all of us. She was a cool mom, but you always said when you got older, you really appreciated after observing what was going on. You always said so much about you had a lot of empathy and also and compassion. Your mom was always she's just fine with what she was doing. But how you always say, and it's interesting because I think it'd be nice for you two to spend time together, time with women, and just like it's interesting when Sharos called it was kind of like that feeling. There's stuff like that going on right now, I mean, it's like reconnecting, but your mom and you are really similar in some ways, and you guys both deserve almost like just to run and go and do your thing, just run and be free. And I do see that heading. It's almost part. I know it's kind of profound what I'm saying, but I think you're following me, and I think. You're going to be fine, Georgia. Well, I kind of always thought so. And, everybody knows how pretty you are. I'm really looking forward to seeing you. I'm coming to see you on the 5th before I go to that popcorn.
I know, but, I have a cat, so are you going to be allergic?
I'm fine with the cat, Georgia. No, I had a cat, too. After a while, you get not allergic. It depends. If I do, I'll just, freak out and run the street.
And he freaked out on me the other night and attacked me. He's never done that in his life. I don't know.
Probably because he thinks I'm coming.
No, he looked at me like I turned into an alien or something.
I saw you like that one time a long time ago. You remember that? I know I don't want to talk about it. Remember?
I remember.
Oh, God. We were really good girls. But, boy, we were fun. Don't do it to yourself. Georgia, you know what? I do see, it looks like you're going to be going into more like you're heading towards also like a learning or like not a conventional, but as a student, getting as much knowledge as you can about something. And it's really, it doesn't matter, it's not in a classroom maybe, but it's something that you really are going to be able to absorb really easy. It's something that you really desire. And it will help you as well. It will end up helping in the income. It's not like I see you going to be a technical secretary. I don't know what it is. It might be going to meditate, levitating with Maharishi. I don't know. But whatever it is, you'll be able to really absorb it. And it's all for you. And it will also help you find your way. And it will help materially speaking too. But that's not what you're doing, seeking out. Maybe it's being I know I'm not going to go through the yogi stuff, but you know what I mean. When it comes down to it, finding a direction or teaching or something about, I don't know, there's something about this. I see you and somebody like in partnering up. I'm not saying like in, it could be later. It's like a good partnership. It's with a young person, like our age, but young, male looking person. That's not an old geezer. It's someone that feels youthful, that you would work well together in a partner. And I know you were talking about that one guy. It's someone else. It's somebody else.
Yep.
That, I don't know if that worked out. I guess maybe not. Huh? With that one guy.
Well, not right now.
Right, but it's still.
We're gonna figure it out. But,
Okay, well maybe this might be him and revisiting whatever this
yeah,
is.
we kind of took a break.
Okay, so that could make sense, and it looks like this looks like within 2 months, and it's a really great, it's a really positive partnership. I mean, connection with. There's something really great about it, or having a new agreement, or new whatever you're deciding to do. It looks like a really great new thing going on. And was it around the springtime that you guys, something kind of whatever you had to put? You couldn't something. Is that when
we started this last year?
I
at this
remember.
time.
I remember
It
that.
got really good, and then it's just hard to work out details sometimes.
Yeah. So it wasn't. I know things kind of pushed, or you have to put it aside. So was it in springtime, like the beginning of spring this year? Did everything kind of, you weren't able to re-begin or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, sort of, because he's busy too.
Okay,
I mean, he has like, I do jewelry. He doesn't do jewelry.
Right, I remember.
He has other things. He's a musician, and
okay, so maybe he couldn't be there, or something happened, or he was just okay. So this could very well be him. I remember talking to you, and I remember it was so positive that I was getting. So that maybe this is about revisiting. It's fantastic, and like I said, it's a very good partnership. And I didn't mean it was like a relationship falling left so much, but it's a really great, strong bond of a partnership and a friendship as well, that would do well in partnerships of doing something in the creative end too. So, but I was looking at something about early spring where it wasn't. Something was going on if he was gone, so that would make sense. Yeah,
he's been busy,
Georgia, but he is.
I didn't push it because I don't know how. I couldn't quite figure out how to work, myself, because he's kind of said, I can't come over. Your cat, I'm allergic, whatever. And I'm like, I can't drive to your house. My entire workroom.
Yes.
Can't go in my car every day.
Well, there's something. Maybe you two are able to make there's something new, and like a new agreement to be able to do it. It's very positive. Maybe you'll be able to, I don't know, it could be something else where you have another, where your workplace will be outside because he won, whatever the case would be.
Right.
So whatever this is, it's almost like there's a brand new agreement feeling to it, and it's really positive. And you're going to be getting some more insight about something. Even though things don't appear like there is much going on, there is going to regroup. You're going to be regrouping. This looks like within 2 months. Again, when I say that, I could be off. I say within that frame, because it could. Yeah. You're heading that way, Georgia. There's a lot of positive things going on for you. I think that it just gets to the point where you fed up. You get fed. A woman gets fed up with things, and that's when it can be really. Watch for the signs. The signpost up ahead. If you're feeling like you're being nailed to a cross right now, well,
for a while, yes. I've been there.
Yeah, but Georgia, you're gonna be able to come back up alive. And that's the thing. Remember, like I always Jesus is the best way to explain. Most people know the story, right? He resurrected in 3 days. So you know what? 3 days. I think the resurrection part, and boy, it takes a lot out of someone to be nailed. But boy, what a great thing to be able to come up alive and be making it, and to be able to move forward. And I think you just, Georgia, you know what? Your path is what it is, but I also feel that there's and you see how much your son loves you.
Yeah.
Anyway, you've heard of what I said. There you have it.
I did.
Okay, so Georgia, you look great. Your hair always looks great, and I'll talk to you again.
Well, thank you.
And Georgia, not to worry. You're better.
Yeah, I have a really personal question. I might just send you a text later.
Okay.
That I just couldn't really say. And thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah.
I can't wait to see you too.
Yeah, no, it's pretty soon.
And don't fall down anymore.
You know what? I was trying to get in shape too. I had all this. Never mind. I'm just gonna go. I need to go get a thin suit. Thanks. I'll see you soon. But yeah, text me, Georgia. Or call the number. You know the number to call.
Okay.
All right.
All
Bye.
right. Yeah. Talk to you later.
Bye, Georgia.
Bye.
Okay. Peggy, hi. I'm taking a little bit of a break, you guys, because you guys are just a little one. And I want to say hi, Joe. Doug's still here. Oh my gosh. Angel Smiles, guest 273. Hi, Joe. What happened? Maureen fell and she couldn't get up. Julie, hi, and Mark, and Peggy, and Reggie. Peggy. It's so nice to see you guys. And Rufus is still here. Wow. Rufus, I want to have you on as a proper guest, like I said. And Sarah from last week. And Shauna's still on. Okay. Peggy, thanks for your confidence. Yeah, nice, you guys. And it looks like our friend we embraced is no longer here. Yeah, and Doug, you're doing good. You're doing good. Wait, what happened to Eric? Did Eric leave? Wait, Eric's not here? Okay. Okay. And I will be back in about a moment. Joe says the screen while you were making the faces. Cheryl, I'm going on a break for a moment if you can hear me. I think you said you could hear me, so I'm going on a break because I need one. Take more Vicodin. I'm joking. I need one to just go. No, I'll be right back, you guys. Oh, the screen's frozen? Now, Joe, it's frozen? Okay, Joe, I think you're making problems with my bangs. So I'll be right back. Let me see what I'm going to play for you guys. I'm going to sing. Cheryl, you can hear me. You said you're not in the chat, but you can hear me. I'm going on a much needed break because I'm decrepit. Not mine. Joe, we all know what you're making all up. I'll be right back. Let's see. What shall I play? Star Spangled Banner. I might have to play something I've played before. Oh, I'll just play one last. Okay, I'll be right back, you guys.
This house is on fire. We'll kick off your boots, come sit us bound. Listen to me, will you? Come on, listen well. All your banner bears come leaning, boys. I don't dare to raise my voice. I've been sitting here for the longest time, reading all the warning and the danger sign. But I don't have the gift of the prophecy, telling everybody how it's gonna be. Soon come the day this tender bus is gonna blow in your face, your face, your face. But I don't have the gift of the prophecy, telling everybody how it's gonna be. You go passing wrong for right and right for wrong. People only stand for that for just so long. It's like a house on fire, sparkling evil blaze and burning high. Well, I don't have the gift of the prophecy, telling everybody how it's gonna be. You go fast and wrong for right and right for wrong. People only stand for that for just so long. I don't have the gift of the prophecy, telling everybody how it's gonna be. There's a wildfire catching in the whip of the wind. The start a complication like there has never been. This house is on fire. This house is on fire.
Okay, I've been reading your little notes about the delay. That's interesting. And I see the delay because the thing's still playing. I don't get it. So that's interesting. You're right. That never always used to happen. I know. That is a weird thing. It's a delay. So when you guys are watching me, like this close, and there's a delay, I think I might be doing something wrong. I don't know. But I noticed it myself. The belly dancers in the back, Rufus says, yeah, I guess I would. Why you're. Hold on, caller. 1 second. Call right back. Thanks. I wasn't done. I just am easing back into my break. Hold on, caller. So if you can hear me, thank you for waiting for that little break. And the belly dancers are, they'll come back in for y'all. Thanks, Marky. Okay, caller, if you can hear me, you can call back in because I'm back. It's been fine. It's been real fine here. Thank you, everybody, for kind of hanging out tonight, and so special. And thank you, Doug, for helping me out with putting this whole thing together. And that caller heard me, and here they come again. Thanks, Georgia, for calling in. I appreciate it. And we'll talk. I care a lot about you. Hello.
Hello, Maureen. It's Peggy. How
Oh,
are
hi,
you?
Peggy. I'm sorry. Was it you that I just said, you can call right back? Was that you, Peggy? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so abrupt. Jesus Christ.
No. You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
I'm fine. Everybody's fine.
Yes, you're always fine. You're wonderful.
Oh, you're so sweet. I like hearing. It's nice to see you. I like hearing your voice. I like when you make nice comments.
I know. I've missed you so much.
Yeah, and I missed you too. I hope everything's going good for you.
It is.
Good. You sound authentically well.
I am authentically well.
How's that level?
I like that.
Well, I like the word authentic because it's such a real word. I mean,
I know.
it really is. We all should be a little bit more authentically of everything, So, our authenticity is even better. But
Things are pretty awesome, and
we're getting ready to go to court for my son's disability thing on the 20th, and I really thought they were going to settle it before he went to court, and it had, we're pretty close to the 20th, so it's probably not going to happen. So I was just wondering if you see anything about that.
Okay, I remember when I spoke to you the last time, whenever that was, and I had no idea. We had never spoke about the other son. The son, what's his name? The son we're talking about.
Rod.
Rob.
R-O-B. Robert. And we call him Rob.
Okay, I'm not going to call him Robbie. Rob. I got Rob. The thing of it is, I'm remembering that trying to refresh my memory, because I felt when I last spoke to you, I thought that it would be resolved as I can recall. But when I don't recall it, it's good, everybody, because that means I let it come and go now. But
well, it was he was hit when he was 6 years old by a truck.
That's right.
So he's had he had a traumatic brain injury.
Right.
And he almost died. But he had a tremendous will to live, and so did I, so for him to live. And so, I think we just sort of made an agreement between the two of us at a soul level. And I mean, he's done very well, but as he ages, like he's 38 this year. And, as he ages, it's harder on him. Like his frontal lobe was damaged as well as his brainstem. He had a brainstem hemorrhage.
Wow.
Which is what almost killed him, but miraculously, I mean, he was in the middle of his body shutting down when miraculously it just turned around. I mean, it was unbelievable. It's part of what I'm writing in my book.
Oh,
but,
that's nice. I like that. That's nice. I mean,
anyway, so he's, I just don't know what his thing is with the disability, because he's been turned down twice and now it's going to court. So.
Right. And it's amazing to me that they can do, it's a traumatic, they call it a TB, there's a name, I think I asked you the same question. They have a short.
TBI.
Exactly. Immediately, and I have and the only reason I'm saying this, it's not like, we'll never say that I have any insight or knowledge. If I don't know anything, I'll keep my mouth shut. But I do have a little bit of insight because I do, from knowing about certain things with disability. I have no idea why that would actually go this far and then not pass through for him. That's odd. It's totally odd for something like that. Under the disability of what they consider disability, that's one of the things they don't even have issues with. As far as I know, in some, maybe not in your state, but pretty much all this. So okay, so I remember now. So he
lives in Utah, so he doesn't live in Idaho with me.
Right.
He lives in Utah.
Yeah, and I'm going to be going again. I know when I talk to you, it's like Utah, that second home thing tomorrow. I'm going again. Well, anyway, but Utah, the Temple Garden, I don't care. They should still have the. I'm sorry, I don't understand why that is. It bothers me because did he have representation? Did he ever? I would have never thought that this would have gone like this far. I don't know what you felt about that or what he did.
I didn't either. I really thought by the end of January, I figured that once he was turned down twice, that it was just a matter of reviewing it again.
Exactly, and they would just go and pay, say fine. So he did everything he was supposed to, which is great. And he did it in a timely fashion, right? Like with all those notices of action they sent out, but you can appeal it and all that stuff. So now he's at the and it's even going to be heard. Now this is another thing. I'm surprised they're allowing it to, because they don't want it. But Utah maybe because they take 10% of most of the Mormons. Whatever. I'm just saying the fact that it's even going. Usually they'll want to appeal before it even goes into a court. So he has a court date. You're saying on the 20th is what it is as of right now. Okay. So he's gonna. Does he have representation for himself?
Yeah, he has an attorney that
did he
that, but I never, you know, I don't know how I feel about this attorney, and I know he does a lot of it, and so, you know, maybe it's just old hat to him, and he doesn't get too excited about anything. But I'm like, you know, how does it get turned down twice? And you know, he's got all this documentation. I mean,
yeah, it's just a way. It doesn't make well. You know, in some ways, maybe this is part of the thing where they try to make sure discourage people as much as possible, because your son could have given up and said, "Forget, I don't want to deal with." You know what I mean? That's what they want you to do.
Right.
After appeal, or reappeal, you know, that decision process. Especially, like, again, I wouldn't be saying this, but for his type of injury, under the disability, what they consider, that is automatically, I know in most states, considered, it's a no-brainer. No pun intended. I didn't mean
no brainer.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Exactly.
It really isn't. And I know that's just ridiculous. So the thing of it is, well, Utah's, I love, I lived there. They're just odd, I guess. But I'm really, I don't know. I think so. You're asking if it's going to work out and it's going to happen, because it sounds like this is the last. Well, I mean, would this be? I don't know how many times wait a minute. Peggy, he's done this how many times? They first determined no. So this is the third or fourth where you appeal. Was getting to be heard again? Is this?
Well, it was just automatically turned down twice. I mean, I don't know how that happens, but like he applied for it and they just said no.
No. Okay.
You know, then so you appeal it and they said no. And like they automatically say no twice. Just for
I got it.
Giggle.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar with how the system works. Disability is I know. Wait a minute, it's federal. Whatever. I know for California, and I'm very aware of what you're saying. But it's interesting to me because it's called, well, if we redetermine, you can redetermine and appeal again. So we're getting on. He's at the last of it, right? Most people would have given up by now at this point, for God's sake. I mean, that's what they want him to do. But he didn't do it. So he has. So what you're wondering is this going to happen? And you know what? He's done everything right. He has someone that's representing him, and the information is all the same. They keep showing the same thing, right? I mean, I mean, come on. So it's almost like, in a way, you know what? I do feel. Your son looks like he can be very assertive when he wants to be. Is that true? Because, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think this time around, would you say, because of how long, is he taking more of is he being more on an assertive level, more so than just relying on him sitting there, do you think? I guess the reason why I'm asking is because it's a positive I'm getting about this. It's not where he's overly aggressive, but I mean, he's more assertive to where, because of that energy, I think he'll. What were you gonna say, Peggy? I'm sorry. What was it? You about ready?
Well, I guess, what do you mean by mature or assertive? What happened was, I've been trying to talk him into filing for SSI for a long time.
Right.
But he was raised around me to believe that he could do and overcome anything, and that was the hardest thing for me to turn back around. Like, okay, but you need help now. You know, you're getting older and your injuries are becoming more difficult for you to overcome and work and support your family. And so that's what it's there for, because he did work for a time and he went to school trying to become an electrician.
That's right. You told me that. And so I understand what you're saying. I understand but let me tell you something about, and I know in the state of California, the SSI, you also are able to, okay, the worst that can happen is, okay, I understand. I mean, I won't go into that, but I wanted to pinpoint, because it's such a stigma on the SSI stuff, right? And you may have said that to him, but the bottom line is, people that get on the SSI, they're actually, see, that's the thing. It doesn't make sense, does it? They're the ones that are getting immediate for something that's not as intense as what he has, disability-wise. They're getting on disability like that if they switch over off of SSI. But it's interesting. But the thing of it is, I feel that one way or the other, you know what it looks like also? It looks like there's somebody that I see that. Was there somebody that was not a real good, the person who hears, I don't know what you call them, are they actually judges? Because I never or they're what do you call them? Are they? They're not really judges. They're called something. Me. Arbiter.
Mediators or
There's a name for them, but they're not. Or some. There's a title of some sort, but whatever. What I'm getting is there's not going to be the same one. I don't know if there's been the same one before in the times he has seen, or he's gone. She's, the appeal after appeal. I don't know if.
Well, yeah, it's never gone to court. It's just been denied at the Social Security level.
Oh, okay, I got it.
A piece of paper that says,
So
and then now it goes and his attorney, shows the case or whatever.
Okay, I want to ask you something about. Okay, that's just absurd. I know I got what you're saying because so he's been on the same appeal for all this time. I got it. One appeal and it's all this time. He's going to get it. There's no doubt about it. They had no right to. You know what? Whoever's representing him should have said he had a right to more speedier. Well, it doesn't matter. It's over with that. But I think maybe he would know it. But I do feel that you talked about this person. There's somebody around us that is making maybe you even feel like what your wish and desire is not going to happen at all for this to be okay, or it won't come about. And I think that's completely wrong. He'll get it. I understand now. He's been waiting for the same one appeal, and that's. I got it. Okay. What I guess I'm saying is I see there's a male energy here that appears like he's not at his best. It looks like a father figure. It's not it's not your husband, but it's someone, like I said, I thought maybe it might be the judge or some sort like that. This also might be somebody and maybe it's the person's representing him. And I'm not clear on this. All I know is who's ever been advising him, it could be the worker person that, they talk to and tell them. I know they have, that's what I would call them, workers, or people that say, well, you can do this, whatever. I feel that he's not very dependable in the first place. And I think that is scary. Your son is going to absolutely, I love to say this, and here it comes, prevail. I love it when I can say prevail like Joe Wagner. But, and I do feel strongly, but I think enough is enough. And I also think he doesn't think so. I mean, as well as you probably maybe shared, it looks like it won't happen at all. And that's so sad with this kind of stuff. It's not like he's saying, well, I got a little arm, shoulder people, and then, okay, you can get disabled on that one even, or you're considered. But in January or February, was that a time where he first got, it looks like there was a lost victory that was really sad because it was just harsh.
Well, in December, that's when they said it's going to be June before it will even be up for, to go to court for the hearing. And he was really disappointed because, this thing's been going on for a year and a half now. And, it's just really frustrating because he struggles every day and, he can't get a job and, all of that stuff. And, he just was raised to be independent and keep trying and don't give up and keep a positive attitude. And, I think it was just devastating when he heard in December, it's going to be June before you can even go to court.
This
was like, oh,
this is off. You know what, Peggy? This is I guess what I'm getting now because I'm familiar with California. This is this just gripes me. This must be Utah, how they do things.
Yeah.
Because that's just ridiculous. And I do feel that I would be really frustrated too. But, his sleep looks like he was really drained. He was not interrupted sleep, extremely. I feel that he's recharged himself. That's why I feel he's going to be a lot more assertive about things because I do absolutely seeing this happening. And Utah needs help. It's just like a waste. It's a waste of energy. But I do feel,
and especially when they have so many people that get on it for things like not saying that back injuries aren't a need.
No, but brain traumatic
or depression or whatever.
No, but brain.
Come on, this is somebody that really needs the help.
No, absolutely. And I'm surprised he hasn't asked for it yet. He could have asked for it long ago.
Yeah. He could have.
Yeah, a long time ago. That's another thing. And he tried, that's that's even more bothersome. It's going to be fine. But, it looks like he has a lot of people always coming at him or probably with any training or trying to do the work. He's like, I see he's holding on all the time, all by himself. And he will not, he will not give in to anybody else's crap, the group, saying, well, you can't do that, or whatever. He's holding on and standing on his convictions. And
Yeah.
and it's fantastic. He has, that's a very great thing, who he is. And I feel that he's ready to do this if this is necessary, and really he will step it up. I don't feel that he'll be, it does appear like everything, even for you, it just won't happen. No, this is going to be, it'll happen. It's like, my God, this is a part of that. This is part of that torment of one. This is,
Yeah.
and he's not a bad guy. He's not a flake, and most people are doing whatever they can to make a free buck off anything. But I also feel that he's willing to try to work even as he's getting this. I mean, I can see that. It's not like he's just going to sit back. I get
Yeah,
that.
he gets up and calls every single day to see if anybody needs yard work
Yeah.
done or whatever, just to make, enough to get his medications or whatever. I mean, it's just pathetic because
He's
people
in
take
his-
advantage of him because they know he can't work,
Yeah, but the frustrating part is, I think that he is more, I think that that's their misconception about things. I think that they just probe and problem and say, they want him to be part of the group, or maybe, I don't like them, but I call them the group of people poking at you all the time, poking, or whatever. And,
Yeah.
and actually, I see him actually in a position where he's going to be able, this is coming up within the next, I know it sounds a little bit off, within the 7-month period. I see him in a position of working, and he can still collect his disability while he's trying to work, by the way, and he'll be able to stay on top of it, even after.
Well, he wants to go to school
Yeah.
and retrain in something that he can do, and he's really good with autistic children and kids with special needs. He's really good with them because he can relate to,
Exactly.
the brain, the inability of the brain to process.
Yes.
So he's really, really good with those kids because his girlfriend has an autistic child, and then my daughter also has the Down syndrome girl. So, and he's really good with them. So he wants to go to school and retrain. So this isn't like he wants to be on Social Security for the rest of his life.
And also,
and I think he can do it.
Yes, and also they will help him get to go back and get that also as part of this. I hope Utah doesn't eliminate that part, but also this is like I said, within 7 months, I see people coming at him, and they want him to be playing part of the crazy making, whatever's going on around him. Let's say it was a training, or where you go to learn about what you're saying in the school atmosphere. People poking in and trying to go along with them. And I think that
Right.
he won't do it. He stands on his ground, and he's very clear about that. He's actually a much more enlightened person than ever, because he really wants to do the work he wants to do. He's going to be fine. Also, I do recall now, it is popping back in my mind, I talked about that. I saw that the girlfriend, or the significant other woman that he's been with for a long time, and I said, it looks
Yep.
like she has a hard time, but she's means well, whatever. And I said something about are they getting married, maybe not, whatever. I think you were saying something discouraging, maybe, but I feel that she's really going to be doing quite well, and it looks like the two of them together are much different than what I felt the last time I spoke with you. And this is, like I said, within
Yeah.
the 7-month period, I see them really in connection and harmony, and without a lot of talking and words. It's just so. It's so kind the way I'm seeing them together. So kind, and
Oh, yeah.
it's even more so, and really, really lovely, and watch, and really being behind him. Even he's going to do fine. He's going to get this. He's going to show everybody. You know what? He's ready. He can be very aggressive, not overly assertive, but aggressive, and stand for what he truly feels is right and good in
Do you
treating.
think that could be about his kids? Because he really wants his kids to come and live with him, and when him and his girlfriend
Absolutely.
get married and this court thing goes, and his kids really do want to come live
That
with
would-
him and his girlfriend.
That would be absolutely something. I could absolutely see that, because she looks like
He
she's.
really is standing his ground about that.
And she's behind, and she will be. Maybe she wouldn't have been prior, whatever the case may be. And it's very. They have complete harmony as a couple. I see, as far as mutual respect for each other, and absolutely, she would be behind him because of her son, like you said, is, and I see a guardian angel protect. I don't talk about angels much, I know, because I don't see them much, but I like the feeling of, well, I see the weird, but
Right.
there is a
Me
protecting
too.
around you, and yes, absolutely, and that could be part of all that poking I'm talking about from the group people saying he just doesn't need. He'll stand on his own instead of submitting to all what everybody in our world, the rules and all that don't apply. So about his
Right.
kids, because maybe he's not together enough. Yes, absolutely, I can see that, and he's absolutely, yes. He'll be. This is going to be a good time, finally, and I do get that it's going to be. You know what? He started summer a month. It's been very frustrating, a very unhappy. Like he's not a very happy camper. Also, it's like feeling like he's dealing with an alcoholic in this whole system. I mean, it's the
Yeah.
alcoholic energy, that stuff. But and it could very well be. But I do see
Yeah.
him proposing to marry. I see him getting ready to want to marry her, and I feel good about this.
Oh,
Not
he
yet.
did. Yeah, he gave her a ring about a month ago.
But I do see around the springtime, and he's courting her, and things will calm down, and it looks like he's he's doing great, and he's actually he's a perfect specimen of a human being as far as I'm concerned,
Cool.
and
Thank
loving,
you so
really
much.
caring. Well, you know the stuff, and Pig, yeah, and it's hard. Shame on that. It just gives me an eye opener because I know the system very, very well here, and that just is discouraging. But I feel that it will happen. I know that it seems so off that it will never will, but it will. They cannot deny this. I think they just try to prolong
Yeah.
it, so he would have given up, and they didn't have to. That's how they get rid of people. They don't have to. The system does that. They give up,
Right.
and that's what they're hoping.
Yeah.
But he didn't, and this will be fine, and
Cool.
he'll be fine. And I think it's good, and it'll give him strength back, and also it is good. And I absolutely the kids thing, yeah, absolutely. And he's
Cool.
going to be doing thriving along. He's a very
Yeah.
romantic. He can be a very romantic person too. Very charming. Not a romantic. He likes.
Yeah, she is an angel. She is a guardian angel. I'm telling you. And what he's been able to do to help her son wasn't potty trained or anything, and he was 4 years old and wasn't talking. And Rob worked with him, and he's doing all of that now. And he just loves that child, and she loves his kids, and it's wonderful.
And you know what?
I mean,
That right there is exactly what the shift to the in the 60s we were headed that way, but that's what this is about. Really
yeah,
giving a damn about our children, or giving a damn. I can say anything I want. I can cuss because it's my children. Plus, it's late hour, but giving a shit about family and about your everything. And that's again an authentic. He's living his true authentic life in the authentic self, and that's really beautiful. And as far as I'm concerned, and also the brain, his brain thing, he can, and he's the type of person that will work at. He can work at it, and he'll be. I mean, they have. There's a lot of people, if it's not too extensive, well, you know what I mean. They can work at
yeah,
it, and they have to be patient, and they tell other people, but they're very intelligent people. They can thrive through it, and especially if they have more inspiration about, instead of having to go through this torment of the system, what they've been going through. You'll be
right.
seeing a change. It's really positive, very positive.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
But
good.
see, he hasn't been able to get any help for his injury that's getting worse because of the medical,
Yeah, no, that's just
bills that
noise.
come.
That's, you're a writer. I would write. I'm not saying it's going to make a difference. I would write your story and send it to the newspaper. I don't know. It just, this type of thing is just not. It's not right. They do this.
Yeah,
They do this they do. I'm not paranoid. I do know this. They make it as inconvenient and tormenting as possible for someone not to follow through. And
yeah,
that's what this 2012 is about. Everybody needs to step it up and rise to the occasion and come on, that's unnecessary. And the stress to have to go along with this. And
yeah.
maybe he's someone here that's going to make a big difference about something that might help the state of Utah someday. They better get it together. As far as I'm
They
concerned.
do have some unbelievable things that happen down there, and you just go, why? I don't,
Well,
Anyway,
anyway.
rather than fighting the system. You just have to, and that's what I kept telling him. This is the right thing to do, and you just need to be patient.
I know, but this is way over the hill. They shouldn't be. But I know why. I know why they do it. Most people would not hang in there this long. Absolutely not. That's why that person's representing him probably isn't all that, because he really kind of whatever. He gets paid either way. He doesn't like make a percent. But the thing of it is, I'm glad he's stuck in there, but because they can't go any further. But I didn't realize it was on only one appeal. I thought maybe they're doing several different appeals. I mean, that's how they do in they screw around through there. That's ridiculous. My God. Yeah. So they could stretch it out all those months before he's even heard for the one appeal. That's almost like they're against all the. They're gonna have to change that. Maybe he'll help change it. That's just wrong. 90 days usually or something is the longest of some sort. It doesn't make sense, but that's what they do. He'll be fine, and it'll be good, and it'll be fine, and it'll just make him. It's okay, but it's not. But it's almost over. I guess it will pass soon. That's the best part about it. Cool. It will pass. This will pass. Cool. Well, you knew all this.
Well, I really felt like that was what was going to happen, but you know how it is. You can't. Yeah, I mean, you feel good about how you feel about it, but you just need somebody
to affirm that you're. But I know. Well, I do know that more than yes. I know.
Yep.
So good.
And you read me so well.
Well, you're so open.
You tapped into it quickly.
Well, you're open, Peggy, and I want to bring this up to people. And Angel was it? Who was it? Said Angel Eyes. I used to live in Utah. And I'm going to be there next month. Just saying. But Peggy, I wanted to tell, and everybody can listen to this. When I tell people about something, I might be picking like stuff, and I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not God, but I also like to tell people. And Barbara, she wasn't in here tonight, and she's great. Barbara, 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 lovely woman. She brought up something to me, and she asked me some questions about something when I read and and it turns out, she brought up a good point. When I say to people, Peggy, you're open to, open to things, and it does make it. I'm not saying people are bad if they're not or whatever, but I also tell people, listen, I need to seal this end of reading with you. This is only what I'm giving you is only something that has to do with if he's decided to keep, if I talked to you a month ago, I feel he should hang in there and just this will happen. This will be okay. Let's say he says, forget it, I can't take it, I'm not going to even show up, or even pursue this. Then it would not be. Right. And later on, people go, well, you were wrong. It's not about me being right or wrong, but Peggy, I guess I'm using as an example, and everybody can hear. I just think that it's. You tell someone they're going to meet someone in August, which I don't do that, but relationship. But so they stayed home, and up until August, and they call me. I didn't meet anybody in August. I go, well, did you ever go out in between 3 months? Well, no, I didn't do that. I go, what? Well, I'm giving you an example. Well, maybe I should have gone out to that party in July. That maybe. She goes, well, I was invited some places, but I didn't go. Well, why didn't you? You could have invited that person somehow or another. Boom. Something you might have met somebody that I was picking up on. How am I going to help you there? Well, you were wrong. Okay, well. So all I can say is I can seal this with this, going about what we've already talked about and everything else. Well, at this point, you know what I mean. It just is.
I think readings are for the potentials of the energy that's out there, but you can't sit back and not do anything. The potential's there, but it's a free will.
Exactly, your choice,
and you have to take that energy and do something with it. And the energy is also out there for you to sit on the couch and not do anything about it.
Yes.
So all you can read is the potential.
Well, yeah, and also people
still have a choice.
Yeah, and also what I might be picking up, it might be stupid or silly little this thing. I'll say, well, maybe just this little thing, or be open to this. And the person's like, well, I just heard what the bigger part of the deal. But they have to also put in their energy to make it, help it along. But Barbara brought up a good point, because it does bother me, because I don't mean any harm, and I tell people I might be wrong, but it doesn't have to be like that. Just if keeping a little bit into it. But you can also listen to this on archive. But Peggy, you've always been very open to what I have to say, and I'm not, I'm not God. I'm not a manipulations by Maureen is what I am. Just kidding.
Right.
Manipulations.
You are a terrific reader of energy. I mean, you do see the potentials out there. You are so connected to my energy. I can't even believe it.
Well, and
I mean,
Well, but yeah, Peggy, we are. I mean, and I appreciate you because I get a lot back from you when I read for you. I always get a lot back from me personally to work on stuff for me, and it is refreshing and nice, but that does help absolutely. And like I said, I'm not. It doesn't matter if I'm best or right or wrong. It has nothing to do with that. But my intent is always very good. My intent is always given. I have good intentions, and also yours are too, and that's what I really like about that, and that makes a lot of difference as well. Where's your intent really coming from?
You still have to go out and do something about it, unless you say you're going to meet somebody and he happens to be a door-to-door salesman, but that may not be the person that you want to meet.
That's right. Well, that's true. That's true. That's true. And I use that as a silly, the relationship one. But the fact is, if I had told you a while ago your son is, but I wouldn't say that because I think that anybody can do anything. But also, I think somebody should write a letter to you. Write. I don't know. I just feel it's just. Yeah. I'm not saying that you should do that. Maybe he'll do this. I don't know, but
it just gives me more information for my book. And,
yes, it
does.
It's
all going to be in there. Our battles are all in there.
There you go.
Things that he chose to do to make it different.
That's right.
And pursue and all of that stuff.
So it's all
a life adventure.
It's all part of it's like this. It's all part of. Well, I know that silliness. It's not the journey. It's not the destiny. It's the journey. Okay, I know all about the bumps in the road. But you're right. But you're right. You know what, Peggy? You're right about that because that's exactly what it will be later. And about people, and they read this will understand. It's okay. That's what happens there. It's not just you. You're picking. It's not just. Right. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point that you bring that up. It's just going to be. It's going to ricochet a negative into a positive, negative into a positive.
And maybe what you're seeing about in 7 months is maybe after this is all settled and he goes, he has that income coming in, that maybe he'll be an inspiration to others that are fighting the system, going through it, and he can be of assistance to them in helping them stay positive and look at ways to.
And also be an advocate for other people that don't know how to go through the system. Like a lot of people don't.
Right. Because there's a lot of people out there that don't have the support system.
No, they don't.
And the encouragement to continue.
And and it's very difficult to find it. And it makes your head spin. And his head's spinning, just wanting to try to move forward anyway. So this has been going on recently in some things that I know about. I can identify it can be debilitating for you, for someone who's in this. They can give up easy and feel like it's just stupid. No, and that's sad. But and he's not a bad person. He's a good. He's not a flake. Whatever. There's no there's stigma to things, but no, this is.
Well, what he went through in December was, he said to me, "Mom, I just feel like a total loser. They make you feel like you have no words."
That's like, they're nasty.
That's on you. Don't feel like that, because you have the choice to feel like this is right, and you're going to do something different with your life once you have that behind you. And so that's up to you how you feel about it.
I know.
You can change that.
But that's so easy to say it. But when you're right up against all those type of energies of that system like that, it is true. That's how they get you to stop all that. No, stop pursuing it. Stop, mister. They make you feel. They really open the door to really allow you to feel that way, because they don't greet you in any other way as somebody that deserves to have this assistance where you are entitled to it. Really.
Right.
So I'm really glad to see this good for him. I'm glad to hear about it, this son, Rob.
Thank you,
Rob.
So much.
Rob. I said Rob. Bob. Rob.
I am going to let you know how it all works out.
Yeah, please do, and just drop.
Away,
yeah, so the 20th. That's it. That's great. They're probably hoping he's not going to show up and be too tired and drained. No, he'll be there. I like that. He's going to carry it all the way through, and good for him. And I said,
I am just happy, selling this it works stuff, and so things are good from my perspective. It keeps me busy, but oh my gosh, it's a lot of fun to see people happy.
Yeah, it is nice to see people, happy about even things that aren't the best of maybe best, but see how it's all good, because, like you said, led to another place, another. I had just made a mess into what you said. It was perfectly well what you said. But no, I had to go into it. Well, there you have it, Peggy. You think you still like me, do you?
And I loved your video that you posted online with the moon. That was awesome.
I was having a
to see where
fun.
you live.
I was having a fun time. Well, not only that, I live in Mexico, but you know, the beach is lovely, and but no one knows about the Mexico. No one see this area is cool down here, but the Mexico is right here. We stole Mexico. It is. This is Mexico, as far as I'm concerned. And the horses walk down the same street here. There's horses.
It's
People.
beautiful.
It's like a Mayberry, little Mayberry. It's a really trippy little town. It really is
Yeah.
real diverse. Yeah, it's really cool. But plus, I just had that iPhone, which I almost lost when I fell. I almost died.
Hey, it worked. Wow. And we could see it really
Yeah,
well.
it was a cool thing. It was really fun for me to do. I mean, it was all about. I go, 5 minutes. I go, well, I'm gonna post. I've seen people post worse things up there. It's all about me.
You're getting techy.
Yeah, I know I am techie, but I got a better phone to utilize it, which is what the issue was. That video.
Yeah, those are nice though.
Yeah, but I got a good deal, and I said, "Well, I never get one. I never have the stupid. Everybody in the world's have." But yep, here I am. Almost
Now
lost.
look what you can do with all of it though.
But I almost lost in the
now,
street.
Now you can take us on a nature walk.
Yeah, but come on. Maybe there was a reason why it happened days or a week later that I flew into the middle of the street and I crawled and I got myself really bashed up. Maybe I should have left the iPhone to its proper place. It shouldn't be that important. I was dragging myself. I'm dragging. I couldn't. My iPhone. I'm like, is this what it's become of me? I mean, come on. I was laughing, but I was in pain. I'm like, a good thing I was in humor. So darn I. But there's the iPhone. But I'm happy. It's so long. How shallow am I? But I'm honest.
I love it that you're happy like that. You're
No, I crack
having a great time.
I'm cracking myself up, Peggy. You know how I get. I laugh at myself. It's so funny. At least I'm
I
very,
love it.
but I'm self-aware of my funniness about. Come on, stupid iPhone. But well, Peggy, I hope you.
love it.
I hope you.
Send much love to you. Thank you so much.
And I send you your husband well wishes and lovely thoughts as well.
Thank you.
You're lovely.
You have a good night. Thank
Thanks,
you
Peggy.
so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that about sums it up, you guys. I didn't get to. Sorry. Okay. We kind of stayed here a little longer, and you guys, I hope you've been having a nice time. Angel Smiles. You live in Utah, right? And guest 273. I'll say hello, Joe and Julie. Oh, and a new person. You know, Julie, you know how I'm from Atlanta, so I can't pronounce. We have Crazel. I'm not going to say it, honestly. Marky, Peggy's, and Reggie. So quiet. Reggie, I hope you're doing good. Rufus, I can't wait to have you on as a proper guest. And I said I need to contact you through. Well, Rufus, I'm going to give you my. Oh, well, this is my website, my email. You can email me under comments. And George is still on. George and Shauna. How sweet. And people are saying, Maureen, you are just like Miss Thing. You're so excellent. I'm just joking. You are just the bomb. Julie, thanks. I really missed you, Julie. Firestorm. Oh, Firestorm. I didn't see Firestorm in there. I must have been blind. That was it. Oh, well. Yellow, crazy, good, crazy, good. Thanks, Julie. And next week, Thursday night, it's a good show. Like I said, on Psychic Vampires. It's called The Crazy Makers, as I call them. Shazam. Oh, I see what you're saying. Whatever. Is that what I could say Shazam? I got Shazam. How can I know Shazam so well? Thank you. And Angel Smiles. So you're in Utah. Oh, thanks, Rufus. Well, Rufus, you're on my website, you guys. Hold on, Angel. I want to ask you something real quick. Rufus, you're on my website, but this is it. But you know, is this my website you're on here, you guys? And you can find just under if you want to. I think that's it. I think it's on Facebook, but Maureen at TarotVisions.us. Superstar. I'm joking. Angel Eyes and Rufus, Rufus, get to me first. I know I'll put this wrong maybe, but Angel Eyes, what part of Utah are you in? Are you located at, or in, or on top of? Yeah, Rufus, definitely. I want to do that. Thank you, Marky. Thank you. No, you guys, thank you. And you guys can see it on archives at Livestream, or wait until next Ogden. Okay. Or on my site, the anybody, well, you guys didn't call in. People that they can listen to their live stream. Good night, Georgia. I'll talk to you again soon. Ogden. I like Ogden. It's beautiful. I'll be in, well, I'm Salt Lake City is where I live. My sister's lived there for 40 years, but I'm going to be at Park City in August for 4 days or so. And really nice. I'm just going to be, I'm going to do nothing but just relax. But Ogden's only about, what is it, an hour away? I remember I came back. It's about an hour. Oh, it is. Centerville is where you're going for the hearing. Oh. That's a good thing. Centerville. That's Centerville. Yeah, well, I know. Centerville's over. So how far is Centerville? I always forget. When I lived there, everything's so easy. Bye, Julia. Come to the show Thursday night at psychicaccesstalkradio.com. Bountiful. That's right, one. .com. Talk radio. I'm anchoring the show. Night, Rufus. Thanks for coming, and Peggy. Oh, you're in Salt Lake City right now. Of course you are. Downtown in French. I'll tell you what else would mean something in French. Mothership is there you have it. Rufus, tell that mothership's bigger mothership that I'm waiting over here. Have a nice ship travel. Rufus, you're great. You'll be a great guest too. Night, Angel Smiles. Hopefully I'll talk to you again and maybe I can meet up with you or something. I won't torment. I'm safe. I'm not torment. I'm really weird. No, I am weird, but good. And thank you everybody for coming and joining and hanging out. And yeah, I think it'd be great. I'd be willing to drive me, whatever, Park City's nice if I want to go there. And there's a big hot tub and do this. So, anyway, good night. Thank you for coming and joining me. And Joe, bless your heart. And Peggy says, night, Maureen. Thank you so much for doing the reading for me. Of course, since you the info. Yes, please do. Stuff that I'm selling. Yes, to selling. Oh, I love that. Tightening and toning. Absolutely. Instead of me putting a string and pushing and pulling like this, that would be great. Night. Bye, Reggie. I hope everything's okay for you. All right, Reggie, I've been thinking about you. And guest 273, hi. And thank you for joining me. Watch me crazy. So there you have it. I'll be back a week from today. Same place over here. And you know how it goes. Okay. So I guess I'll say goodbye. I don't know what song I can play, but I'll say goodbye. I'll say the goodbye now. And so I'll play. Wait, any songs? Oh, I'll just play this last one. Okay. Here we go.
Time is right. I'm gonna pack my bags and take that journey down the road. 'Cause over the mountain I see the bright sun shining, and I want to live inside the glow. Between Harry and nowhere, I wanna go to a place where time has no consequences. Oh yeah, the sky opens to my prayers. I wanna go to beautiful, beautiful. I wanna go to beautiful. I don't